Salutare, salutare! Ce faceți? Hai că am reușit să-mi reinstalez Windows-ul. Setări noi, sper că nu am ratat ceva pe aici și avem tot ce ne trebuie. We are back on track, boys. Ce faceți? Cum sunteți în această după-amiază răcoroasă? Cel puțin prin București este o vreme perfectă. Am uitat să fac eu bindurile la... Ok, nu avem prea mari probleme. Putem să mutăm și în manual. Bun. Astăzi avem prima zi de play-off la EWC. Niște meciuri, să zic, interesante. Adică avem la fiecare oră un meci bun tare. G2 ASTRALIS în prima serie, odată cu Foot Magic în paralel. Ok, așa se numesc echipele. Acum mi-am dat seama că sună ciudat. Dar da, astea sunt echipele Magic și Foot. Și dacă citești, iese ceva frumos. Magic. Bun, după care Furia, Aurora, Gamer Legion, Mouse. Da? Sper că meciurile seriilor sunt așa, G2 Astralis și Furia, Aurora, mă gândesc. Mouse cred că ar trebui să bată aici 2-0, Gamer Legion, sau mă rog, poate nu neapărat 2-0, poate 2-1, Furia, Aurora un pic derby, dar cred că Furia au primă șansă. Foot nu cred că se încurcă prea tare cu Magic, cu toate că Magic până acum au fost underdog-ul ăla, Dark Horse. Au bătut pe 9Z, au scos pe 9Z, locul 4 VRS. Deci poate să pregătească o surpriză și aici Magic, dar nu cred. G2 Astralis. În teorie G2 ăștia ar trebui să câștige versus Astralis. Nu cred că vine Astralis cu soluții bune împotriva celor de la G2, mai ales Nerds are un turneu fantastic până acum. I-a rupt. Dom'le, și cu big ăștia a farmat 1.72, 1.50. În schimb, Astralis, da, nici ei nu au avut niște meciuri foarte grele. Adică singurul meci greu versus Falcons l-au pierdut. Mă gândesc că e de pleacă prima șansă aici. Guys, nu mai faceți bully. Citiți vă rog frumos, citiți meciul ăsta în ordinea în care sunt puse echipele, da? Ha. Cu voce tare, vă rog frumos. Cu voce tare să vă aud. Până începe transmisia. Ia, v-ați uitat la video ăsta cu Apex vs Nico? Aici, doar n-am uitat la Nico ăștia. Apex vs God, ia că-n spart. Snappy n-a fost turneul lui, am făcut și TikTok cu el. Dacă tot l-am prins într-o postură nefavorabilă, a fost un TikTok bun. Mai se trage pe lângă și la EWC, nu doar penet. Nu știu dacă ați văzut video ăsta.
Little bit of utility.
Cu ăștia Forze Reload, care o fi fost redo. Nu știu.
Smoke, Molotov and flash.
Da, uite. Deci ăștia sunt 4 în B. Și uite pe ăștia, nu știu dacă vedeți pe radar. S-au dus toți 5 la B contact, bă, până aproape. Uitați-vă că până la Andar acolo. După care se întorc rași în A. Ceea ce e un pic inexplicabil. Adică, care au fi fost read-ul? De ce? De ce schimbarea asta? De ce schimbarea asta să se ducă în B și după dintr-o dată rași în A? Când cumva surprinzători erau stack B, 4B, erau 4B. Adică, bă, dacă greșește unul schema că vrei să mergi în A, whatever, poate se duce 1, 2, te schimbi pe parcurs, o iei prin Andar, adică faci ceva, dar bă, s-au dus până la B și după rush în A instant, ceea ce e un pic crazy. Nu vi se pare? Mă rog, că Counter-Strike-ul 2026 a ajuns un pic cam dubios online. Adică nu mai poți avea încredere în nimeni. Pe Vertigo, Snappy sau Alexi? Băi, nu mai mi-aduc aminte. Ia să vedem ce zic ăștia. Bla 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 bla. Deci n-au avut coduri în calculator. Din ce zic ăștia, dar cag aici. Poate să aibă dreptate că cineva, gen admin sau ceva, să le dea info. Adică există posibilitatea asta. Dar n-ai nicio dovadă. Asta e așa că vine cu replica cag ăsta. Și s-a jucat și el în turnee și a primit oferte. Deci oferte de genul să primească informații. Da, interesant. Ce părere aveți? Mamă, uite studioul ăstora de la EWC, la turnul Eiffel, lângă. Ia vezi că zici că sunt toți James Bond. Ia stai să punem un pic aici. Mamă, ia uite băi.
You know, trying to challenge for that top one spot.
I imagine you'd be pretty happy
Yeah,
though,
Aves,
with Apex
studio.
no longer having 5 major
If
trophies.
I have to look at it like on a personal note, I'm pretty happy, yeah?
Sorry, Anka.
You know, to be fair to Vitality, a lot of teams have still not figured that out. Falcons did. So
They did, apparently.
That's the one problem for them, and obviously Navi that one time
Băi,
in
de
a
încă nu,
fight,
n-am
right?
vorbit,
So,
încă sunt în
I
depresie cu
think that's
NK-ul.
why it's fine that we give them some leeway, but that's why also this tournament
Trist,
is super important for
trist,
Vitality
trist,
to prove to
NK-ul.
us that they're still around here, their time is not done yet.
Yeah,
Haide
obviously
mai
the
arătat un
championships
pic
as well,
cadru. Uite,
but
uite,
for
uite, că
both
asta vreau
sides,
să vedeți.
Vitality and Falcons are
Ia
creating
vezi,
huge
ia
waves
vezi
for the
studioul, i-au
for
pus
the
lângă turnul
Falcons
Eiffel
though,
acolo.
right?
Hai,
They
luați și
need,
vorbiți.
I guess that
Mă
it
mir că
wasn't
nu
just
vine
a
nimeni pe
major
aici,
fluke. I know
pe
they
lângă,
haven't
că
gone on
nu
a
pare
trophy
să aibă
yet, but
prea
they've
multă
looked damn good. Probably one
securitate
of
pe
the
acolo.
strongest teams to come out of the group stage.
Yeah, they look the most clean out of all the
Nebunie.
contenders. It feels like, and who knows, they might have just unlocked a sort of new level because you know, for Nico winning that major was, you know, such a huge relief to finally get that done, and now with that
Păi,
pressure
cred că
not there anymore.
G2-ul e meciul cel mai bun din setup-ul ăsta, G2 Astralis Food Magic. Cred că o să fie chiar interesant. Și, bă, dacă ar fi fost lauda, mă uitam la fut, că aveam măcar pe cine să susținem, dar așa în match-up-ul ăsta nu susținem pe nimeni, mă gândesc. Hei, tu aș fut? Da, încă îmi plac fut ăștia. Chiar dacă nu e lau aici, mie chiar îmi plac Food. Mi se pare că sunt o echipă bună, tânără și ok. Și cu potențial destul de mare. Da, Pulau era absolut forță mondială, dar na, ce să faci. Măcar sunt același cor de 4 jucători care au pornit de la Navi Junior și uite unde au ajuns. Școala Navi top school. Top school. Trebuie să-mi fac și eu o școală să aibă competiție. Competitor. Salut, bate G2? Eu zic că da. 4 persoane în limba română la același meci? Fiecare se uită la cine vrea. Nu e nicio problemă. Da, legat de că ăsta e că văzusem fix acum am intrat pe Twitter și am văzut că a postat și ei sau ceva. Și aici. Uite, ăștia erau la anunț și au făcut poză cu Dong, l-au prins pe Dong. La media, haide la o poză. Salutare, boys! Nu, Laurenț, n-a zis nimeni că ai zis-o cu răutate sau ceva, adică fiecare se uită la ce meci își dorește și acum cine vrea se uită împreună cu, ori cu mine, ori cu Jax, ori cu Werty, deci fiecare are un stil diferit. Adică ai 4 păreri diferite, adică nu suntem toți în aceeași direcție. Eu sunt mai pe analiză, mai pe descoperi greșeli, explica runde și chestii, gen mai pe tehnic. Care, asta am făcut toată viața. Încerc să mai spun din perspectiva mea ce se întâmplă. Ia să vedem ce mai zic ăștia. Players coaches sacrificed their only player break of the year to grind and qualify for this event. Can just go and fuck off. Mamă, ce mare dreptate are Spelen. Chiar ce mare dreptate are. It could go easily be relocated to Europe, same as Esports World Cup, and have no problems. I don't get it, especially with the rumors of new qualifiers from zero. Nu există așa ceva, adică să facă, deci nu, să-l mute și după să o ia de la zero cu calificările pentru că nu s-au calificat ce echipe își doresc ei, ar fi cel mai mare schem posibil, ar trebui să vină boicotul de pe lume dacă se întâmplă așa ceva. Sincer, e... Dacă îl amâni, să zicem, pe chestie de tensiuni politice din zonă, ok, îl muți un an, whatever, dar îl continui de unde a rămas, cu echipele care au rămas. Deci e total absurd. Ia să vedem ce zic ăștia pe site. Mă rog, încă n-au dat prea multe declarații despre chestia asta, că se iau de la zero sau nu, dar... Așa, Riyadh, regional situation, bla bla bla, key stakeholders. Băi, oricum, să zic, eu înțeleg un pic decizia de a amâna, da, tensiuni în zonă, whatever, nu pune pe nimeni în pericol și poate nu vor să mute în altă țară sau în altă zonă, de exemplu Europa, pentru că ei și-au creat acolo în Riyadh un cartier care l-au creat fix pentru NK, EVK, tot felul de turnee de-astea. Adică oamenii și-au ridicat, au băgat miliarde acolo doar ca să facă un cartier despre sport, e-sport și toate cele. Și probabil vor să-l și folosească, că de-aia l-au ridicat. Și pentru asta îl amână un an de zile turneu, care, în teorie, turneul ăsta se face odată la 2 ani, din ce am înțeles. 2026-2028, adică gen fix cupă mondială, cum e la fotbal la 4 ani, doar că la Counter odată la 2 ani. Și să-l facă destul de mare, dar cred că sunt un pic nemulțumiți și de felul în care au procedat echipele de tier 1 și nu și-au mai lăsat jucătorii să joace, pentru că NK au greșit destul de mult cu regulile noi și au schimbat 195 de chestii și faptul că l-au făcut VRS. Acum Vitality ăștia nu poate să ia VRS pentru că sunt din prea multe țări, dar de exemplu dacă se duc Zivu și Apex cu 3 de la 3D Max, cumva Vitality îi ajută pe 3D Max să urce în clasament, da? Că e VRS. Și cumva Apex și Zivu îi boostează pe 3D Max și normal că nu le convine. Și cred că asta a fost un punct important pentru care echipele de tier 1 care nu aveau core de 3 jucători din aceeași națiune au refuzat să-și lase jucătorii. Pentru că ar fi ajutat alte echipe și nu prea le convine. Câte echipe sunt cu core din aceeași țară? Falcons nu. Spirit, da, dar ăștia nu joacă. Mă rog, nu prea o voi. Uite, brazilienii puteau să meargă, plus 2. Tot așa, pentru Furia îi ajutau. Vitality, nimic. Vitality ajutau alte echipe. Mouse, la fel, ajută alte echipe. Navi, cornicii, tot așa, ajută alte echipe. Și a contat foarte mult chestia asta, că poate dacă n-ar fi fost VRS și făceau cum erau regulile inițiale, non-VRS, cu invite-uri în funcție și de rankingul echipelor și așa, vă garantez că ăștia de la Vitality își lăsau jucătorii, la fel și Navi, pentru că în prima fază, da, Mihai putea să joace, după n-a mai putut să joace. La 1 mai e la foot de mult. Adică, da, este încă la foot pe bench, dar e prins acum. L-au și echipele. Prins la Sprout, după prins la Revenant, acum a prins la foot. Better luck next time. Da, cam așa cu nebunia asta de NK. Dar bă, la anul e posibil să avem 2 turnee pe națiuni. M-am întâlnit cu Head of ESF ceva pe Counter și zice că e posibil să facă în 2027 și din nou ESF. Acum nu știu cât o să fie de adevărat și dacă chiar o să se întâmple, dar vedem. Bun, până una alta, ați văzut asta cu Apex și Nico? Am văzut doar o secvență. Hai să ne uităm la asta.
Have you ever regretted leaving G2? Do you think I'm overrated? Do you think you have a big ego?
Asta chiar pare tare.
I'm Nico and I play for Falcons.
I'm Apex and I play for Team Vitality.
Esports World Cup wants to ask some of the most asked questions about us.
But to make sure we tell the truth, we've been connected to lie detector.
So if we lie,
Detectorul
everyone will know.
de
Okay,
minciuni.
let's get started. Woo!
What is your name?
My name is Dan Madescler. I'm right?
Truth. You are right. Okay. What is your name?
Nikola Kovac.
He knows his name. It's a good start.
Good start.
Are you nervous today?
I'm okay, actually. I'm fine.
You are a little bit nervous. Nico, are you nervous today?
First time doing this, a little bit.
Yes. We're off to a good start. I'm going to pass over to you, Apex.
Has any player
Prima
ever been
minciună la
kicked
Apex.
from the team because of you?
Yes.
L-a luat direct cu prima.
Do you consider me one of your biggest rivals?
Yeah.
100%.
Have you ever argued with a teammate after an official match?
Of course. Of course. 100%. Have you ever regretted leaving G2?
Yes.
Was the first lineup?
Yes. I mean, I had regrets before we made the first lineup
Yeah.
because I didn't know.
You thought you thought you would be better.
Yes, but I also thought it was going to be worse at the time.
Worse?
Yes, because before we got the heroic trio,
yeah,
it
no.
was not good.
Okay.
Do you believe Vitality is better team than Falcons?
Yes.
What about right now?
Is that because you won in one major that you are better than us?
No, no.
No, that's just what I want to say. Do you think you have a big
Beef.
ego?
Ce bif.
I
Big
used to
ego.
have, yes.
Yes, he does think he has a big ego.
Of course, it's needed to play CS and to be at the highest level.
Do you believe you'll
Bă, uneori te
continue
ajută
playing
și
CS for
ego-ul,
another
mă.
3 years?
3 years, I don't know.
Dacă îl
but
folosești
maybe a
cum
bit less,
trebuie.
but yeah, around that.
Yes, he does.
Is trash talk good for Counter-Strike?
Yes.
You don't think it is. You don't like the trash talk, do you?
Because he's not a trash talker himself. That's what I was expecting.
As soon as we mention trash talk, your body just
Really?
don't like it.
Some I find cringe, but some are fun and healthy.
Oh,
Okay.
I gave him the
I'm a
question.
trash talk cringe?
No.
Okay. We would have many problems with this.
Have you ever had a teammate you genuinely couldn't stand?
Yes. Don't ask me who. I won't answer.
Nivera. Doar de el
You
se
believe you
lua.
finish your career as the top 5 players of all time?
Yes.
Yes.
I think so too.
The next one. Have you ever choked because of pressure?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
The one I remember the most is probably Shanghai Major. Shanghai Major
Against
was
the face?
yeah, the third map I was completely choked as an IJO. What is the biggest mistake of your career?
Removing Kerrigan from phase.
Did you
It was not only me that kicked him, okay? Just,
Let's make the story again.
do you think I'm overrated?
No. Do you see Vitality as Falcon biggest threat at EWC?
No.
I've seen a bit of a reaction
What the fuck, Mr.
there.
Nicolino?
Which team are you most worried about facing at EWC?
You guys?
Anyone else?
No.
There is.
Maybe for example Under Thieves because it's a best of one.
Oh yeah.
That scares me, maybe.
Yeah.
Do you believe you're still in your prime?
No.
You do believe you're still in your prime. You do believe you can still win.
Okay. If you change role back with Kyusuke,
Bă,
you think
tare
you will
asta.
still be at your prime?
I would be better than what I'm playing right
I
now.
want a yes or no.
Yes.
Yes, he
Of
does.
course. It makes sense.
Does.
That makes sense.
Do you believe you're a better Counter-Strike player than me?
No, I don't think so. Overall, I can't think that you're. No.
Eh?
You're testing me again.
No,
That
I
was
don't
a
know
big-
actually.
You do
Maybe I
believe
go
you
against
are.
my brain probably. I wanted to be nice and it didn't work. Have you ever been jealous of any other player's success?
No.
Is it me, Nico?
No.
Yeah, good questions. Do you think I'm lucky to have won that many trophies?
No.
Oh, okay.
Pare asta.
Vitality be stronger if
Mamă, dar ce
Kerrigan
întrebări
replaced
bune au
No.
primit.
Telling the truth. And if I can get you just to keep your
Sure,
hand there and
sure.
stop moving, thank you very much.
Trying to think about other question, but do you think we were overrated during like 2025, for example?
No.
Ooh. There was something in 2025
Yeah, because-
that you're seeing.
Because of course they had some close
Something.
games and they were the one beating us, so that's why I asked this question. I'm done.
This was fun. This was fun. I enjoyed it. It was something different. I hope that then you also liked it. I hope that you guys enjoyed it and that we're gonna see more of this as well.
It was a bit
Bă, mie
bit
chiar
scared
mi-a
of
plăcut,
sometimes
not
asking the
gonna
question
lie.
and hear the answer as well. But that was a fun moment.
Bă, întrebări
and,
bune.
While for more eSport World Cup content, just click here.
Chiar întrebări bune, ce părere aveți? A? Chiar bune asta, bună asta, bună asta. Bă, am putea să facem chestia asta jucători români. Cum ar fi? Ar fi tare.
So get on it quick. EWC app,
Chiar
esportsworldcup.com,
tare.
and lock in your team before it closes ahead of the first match. But for now, back to the studio.
Bă, chiar tare. Și băi, întrebările bune rău de tot. Acum nu știu dacă le-ar făcut ăștia de la EWC sau s-au gândit ei la ele. Dar au fost cam toate on point așa și despre multe zvonuri și ce se mai vorbește pe internet. Tare.
And here we go. It is time to meet your players for the first match of the day. G2 taking on ASTRALIS. It's Chris Bucket alongside Dupree and Yanko in the studio. Gentlemen, this is a great matchup to open up the playoffs here at EWC.
În echipă ce se întâmplă și cum sunt. Nu pot să-mi dau eu cu părerea despre Lau. Eu pot să-mi dau cu părerea despre Lau de când a jucat cu mine în echipă. Mamă, uite-i pe ăștia ce repede au ajuns aici. E aproape arena de...
The only one to do it in Counter-Strike history, and to his left we have the Serbian assassin, the man who's been all over the world dominating the Counter-Strike analytics. Talk me through this tournament. How big is this opening matchup for both these squads, G2 and ASTRALIS?
I think it's absolutely massive, even more so for G2, right? They made the roster change during the off-season, bringing in Wrinkle. We heard their coach say in an interview, you know, they felt they reached the ceiling with the previous lineup. They saw what it can do in Cologne, and they felt they needed someone who's a bit more aggressive, right? Who can open the space for some of the riflers to play in the late round. And obviously you're going to give them a little bit of leeway. First LAN tournament with Wrinkle being in there, but making the playoffs was an absolute minimum, and they are favorite in this match.
Now this was a 2-1 victory over Big. If you're looking at your power rankings, where's G2 at amongst the top 16 teams?
I think G2 is just still like a big question, and as Yanko just pounded out, I think they needed to make that change to take it to higher. They haven't really reached.
Bună și asta pe lângă sketchurile lor de la SL care sunt, mamă, unele absolut geniale. Absolut geniale, mai ales alea cu Carrigan și sunt, băi, fantastice, alea două cu Carrigan. Deci alea cu Carrigan sunt gold, absolut gold.
I think for ASTRALIS it's interesting, where do they go, and they do go for Ancient, right? G2 recently struggled a little bit
25 de minute.
it's one of their most successful maps.
Bă, ăștia au ajuns repede, că cu 10 minute erau la turnul Eiffel, sau fi fost înregistrată chestia. Că părea live. Îmbrăcați sunt la fel.
Inferno is the decider. I really wanted ASTRALIS to pick Cash, but we don't get to see it today.
Ladies and gentlemen, the stage is ready. Are you ready? It is time for some Counter-Strike live from
We
EWC.
are ready. O să facem un pic de lumină pe aici. Ia să vedem cum e arena plină. Bun, e același format cu meciurile, cu scena, cum sunt poziționați. Sau până acum au jucat toate meciurile aici. Părea similar, dar nu era arena. Din ce am văzut, era mult mai restrâns locul. Dar oricum nebunii și-au făcut ăștia cu 2 meciuri în același timp și 2 scene în același timp. Gen e scena asta și mai e scena cealaltă care am înțeles că e în altă parte. Dar gen ambele meciuri sunt pe scenă în același timp. Crazy ce-au făcut ăștia. Cu toate că ar fi fost mai mișto să fie meciurile pe rând, să le vedem pe toate. Să joc Valorant niciodată. Trebuie să-mi umbrează microfon, că făceam niște teste la microfon mai astăzi și când îl țin așa aproape, mama, se aude mult mai bine. Parcă o voce de asta mai puternică, așa. nebunie de deschidere pentru un meci. S-au calificat ce pe șpilan Alvin. Bravo lor, felicitări. Noi n-am fost în stare, am pierdut, din păcate. Problema a fost că nu mi-a dat mie acces să fac stream, că altfel era cum trebuie. N-am putut să le dau energia mea băieților.
After weeks of elite competition across multiple titles featuring the greatest players in the world, we've witnessed triumph on the highest level, shattered dreams, and it's hard to believe that we've now reached the final week of the Esports World Cup.
It is our last week at the STC Arena, and some could see it as a heartbreak, but how can you be heartbroken in the city of love when you finish on one of esports' finest? The cherry on the top, the prestigious CS2 at the Esports World Cup. And if you're a true esports fan, doesn't matter the game, you love watching Counter-Strike. And I am no exception, Ian.
Everybody loves CS and everybody loves millions of dollars, and we've got 2 million up for grabs for CS2 this week. On top of that, of course, the chance to raise this trophy and cement your legacy as part of the Esports World Cup history. But on top of that, the club championship has reached boiling point, and it is all coming down to the wire here in Paris.
Absolutely. We have several organizations that are desperate to getting those points on the final week, and whether it's about asserting dominance or overtaking one of your final rivals in the final turn, it is time to shine for our organizations here.
It is indeed. Hold on a second. Bonjour Paris, comment ça va tout le monde?
Cine câștigă în clasamentul cluburilor acolo, câștigă foarte mulți bani.
I'm super proud, but I feel like it's enough yapping for us, guys. You are here for a reason, and so are we. Ladies and gentlemen, mesdames et messieurs, please welcome Foot Esports! Crowned in PGR Bucharest, they are built on belief and passion, and they are entering this tournament with a lot of courage.
Up next, it's Magic! They entered the year outside of the established order, then started knocking down the names inside it. There might just be something in the name.
Our third team is Gamer Legion, and this organization already knows.
Fac mă, ăștia îi bagă pe toți pe scenă acum, înainte. Le fac prezentarea astăzi.
Is forged from almost nothing but belief, trust, and skill.
Please welcome Legacy! A nice reaction from the crowd here. Brazilian giant killers with very little interest in reputation put a favorite in front of them, and they tend to see opportunity.
Interesant.
And this is one of esports' most recognizable badges, G2 Esports! Rebuilt again and carrying the kind of expectations that never disappears. G2 arrive in Paris, carrying those expectations from them and all their fans across the world.
Up next, it's ASTRALIS! Danish Counter-Strike royalty. The lineup may have evolved over time, but this name will always be judged against the highest standard, and they've got an opportunity to live up to it here in Paris.
Mesdames et messieurs, les méchants de l'histoire, vos personnages principaux, Team Vitality!
Oh, ok, deci vin toate echipele pe scenă acum.
Two consecutive ESL Grand Slams. They come to Paris with the entire capital behind them. Paris, this one's...
Păi și de ce ne-au pus meciurile la 5? Când la 5 e de fapt ceremonia de deschidere a play-off-ului, să zicem. Mamă, păi ăștia au pus fix în fața acolo, că na. Favoriții Vitality. Ăștia au huidui, mă, sau mi se pare? Mamă, mișto și tricourile astea, chiar îmi plac tricourile astea de la Falcons.
And from the top of the VRS rankings, they look down on everyone else.
Trebuie să vină și Navi, mă.
Playing against them
Salutare.
feels like waking a nightmare in the city of light. Explosive, ruthless.
Unii peste alții au pus. Dar nu vezi, unii au pus mai în față. Unii mai în față, unii mai în spate. Au, Spirit în fața la G2, că na. Vitality primi în fața acolo. Falcons ei în prima linie.
EWC finalists now reshaped around an international lineup while keeping the firepower that took them so close.
I-a pus în funcție de ranking, mă.
One of the most decorated name this game is known. Welcome, Navi!
Uite-l pe Mihăiță, băi! Uite, mi-a arătat publicul. Da, bă, să-l văd pe Mihai! Mihai care n-a vrut să-mi fure și mie tricoul lui Makaze.
2 years later, they are back in Paris to prove that that crown still belongs to them.
Up next, please welcome onto the stage, Mouse! Mixed
Navi și aici.
They won't mind, they are structured, disciplined, and coming in with silverware already secured this month. A team whose ceiling just keeps on getting higher.
And Brazil rarely does quiet. It is Furia! With legend fallen on his final EWC run and a major final just behind them. They carry belief and the hopes.
Poate nu e ultimul pentru Fallen, poate se răzgândește. Poate vrea să fie coach. Dar nu cred că o să-și ia timp liber.
Push them behind, put them on match point, write them off if you dare. Counter-Strike has learned that lesson with FaZe more than once.
Mamă, ce chef are Jacob ăsta să vină la prezentare.
Welcome, Bates! They have spent the entire year proving no position is far too gone, and they are ready for what Paris has to offer.
It's time to welcome onto the stage the EWC title defenders. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Mongols!
Mamă, stai așa că ăștia au băgat diferit.
They entered the Esports World Cup as challengers, but they left as champions. Until someone takes it from them, the crown remains theirs.
Mongols au câștigat ultimul EWC, mă?
Calls it a nice story, but do it twice, and the world calls you a legend. And this week, the Mongols will find out which one they are, with all eyes
au
on them.
câștigat EWC-ul. De asta ei au băgat așa, că sunt campioni în mijloc.
It's the final week of EWC. Let's begin.
Mi se pare că e Alex Igele, nu mai e Nipel.
Let's go guys, keep it up. Like I said, try to go into the flow state, like round by round. Be as loud as them. Let's go. Let's celebrate today.
Ce media ori mai fi pregătit așa? Băi, sub podul ăsta nu s-a filmat și Inception?
us, there is no room for relaxation. We want to make sure that we stay at the top.
We really want to show that we are still the best team this year again.
We are a family, we can come back from any game.
I don't think we're afraid of any team right now. We have better mindset that we used to have in the last roster.
Asta pe când ești tu, Christopher Nolan style, da. Mi-am aminte de scena aia de acolo.
This is not over. This is just the beginning.
Nu, când vezi prezentările astea și așa și tot se mai se atât la Counter, băi, nu știu cum sunteți voi, dar bă, mi se face un chef să mă joc Counter. Aoleu. Aoleu.
Single elimination, we've got ASTRALIS on the stage versus G2 to start off our playoffs. What do you reckon, Chatty B? Could we have a three-map affair?
Tough to call on this one. G2 for me, they are the favorites. ASTRALIS on the other side coming through the lower bracket. Have to take down NIP
la el. Chiar mi se pare un film genial.
Going into Ancient, first one of the series. It's somewhere that if you look at the history of recent results, not looking too good for G2, but one of their home maps, one of the maps where these players really thrive.
Băi, ăștia sunt deja la PC-uri. Atât de repede i-au scos pe restul de pe scenă sau au fost înregistrat?
Taking our seats in ASTRALIS.
No, cred că au scos repede. Hai, băieți, fast forward.
In a Group B upper bracket game, and one of the conditions you gave for a competitive game was the Swedish sniper Fozy taking over.
Băi, n-am vorbit deloc de like-uri. Ați dat și voi un like astăzi?
It's him alongside a Steph, right? These are the two that are going to be necessary. That match you're highlighting, we were focusing on when he's getting.
Nu prea am dat like-uri astăzi, am 25.
What type of picks is able to find. And talking to Orbs, we've got the new boy on the other side. That's Wrinkle. He joins G2 just this season. 9 maps of play. Still very green, and you go back to his time on NIP. He's there for 2 years. He played with over 11 different players, and none of them the caliber that G2 have in the server today. So can Wrinkle show the world that he isn't just a weird pickup, but actually a worthy piece of the G2 roster?
He's one of those players that has had these incredible clips. You know, he'll have a moment, he'll have a round where he can just take over the game. The question is in his volatility, in his consistency, especially in that AWPing role. There's a lot of money, a lot of resources put towards that sniper. You need to be able to find traction and output. Looks like we're getting this one started, ready for battle indeed. How are you doing, STC?
Foarte rapid a început meciul ăsta. Unexpected, mă gândeam că o să mai fie mai mult delay.
CT start for G2 and ASTRALIS
prezentări și toate cele.
See what Hooksy's able to call here. Hooksy up against his old organization, took him to the highest heights they've ever seen. Hunter on the other side, the only man remaining.
Ancient.
Taking that leadership. Idling. We've got two Berettas on Nerds and Heavy got into this. Two for Hooksy. Fozy being donated as they are turning their attention towards a early.
Ancient does do Inferno, vamos.
The Julie's up to tree. This is a lot of stopping power. Matters to take first contact on the jiggle in the big box.
I'm curious if they go any further. Heavy got a Wrinkle starting cave. Will they get any answers before this A hit comes through? Matt is going to be that beacon.
They're not worried about mid at all. Very sight-centering is the defense.
Jocul ăsta minunat, CS.
See what that util from Fozy's going to be. Just a little pop flash. Just flubbed it.
Opa,
no splash, no problem. Stair takes Nerds' head off
Din
first.
laptop
Matt is with
e
empty
mai
hands
slab
as
decât
well.
calculatorul.
ASTRALIS reach the A site successful. Smokes are up and the bomb is down. Heavy got.
Și cred că o să te degradezi un pic mai rapid decât un calculator.
Just survival. The name of the game now for Hooksy. Hunter coming in from Temple. Ryu caught off guard.
Da, un perete.
Just to tell the tale. Finds him eventually as well. Wrinkle crawling through, overlooked the corner.
Beautiful start. It's exactly what you need to see for ASTRALIS. Picking up this T-side pistol. Heavy God going to do his best just to hold on to the Berettas and the Kev. That's the tone you want to set on your map choice.
Nu ai timp să stai pe acasă și te tot plimbi. Da, un laptop e necesar pentru tine, că nu poți să iei neapărat calculatorul. Adică eu când plec îl iau în portbagaj. Dar
now it's going to be about dealing with this force by G2.
E foarte complicat și obositor. Laptopul e mult mai lejer.
But you convert the round anyway, right? So it all works out in the wash. G2 are one of these teams who, especially on this map, have been impressed with their force buy setups, the way that they are going to use the smokes to block and corral you. So we'll see how Foxy wants to call around that.
Componente chiar forță laptop.
Operate something a little bit more direct.
Let's go!
That's a big roll from Hooksy, leader.
Avem și din stick-ul acum.
B lane control. You can see the doors smoke. They've thrown that molly. They've actually dropped back. They don't want to get popped on by a flash by some U2 and a clamp down the west. I need to see unfold.
Yeah, it's just that one rifle on Heavy God, supported by the sidearms and Kevlar. Smoke fades. Lane clear.
You have to know retake util as possible if you're that of Heavy God. So this is going to be tough. He's going to have to dodge flashes. Multiple bodies likely to swing through this door. He's aware.
He is ready to deliver on that. He's nailed it. The one rifle you had, and Heavy God the first to fall. Good contribution from Astralis' captain, looking to convert upon this pistol win.
I'm just going to give this one a look. Fozy at the ready. Has the bomb. And that's loose now.
Bomba,
Starting to make its way over. Remember, Wrinkle's been in A lane this whole time.
Starting his flank now as well. Those mid players could be susceptible to him. Timing, though, not on his
Triple
side.
push
Bomb
cave la timing.
now as they regroup and are actually going to pass towards Huxi on that cave side. He gets some info, will back away.
Vamos să aibă și
know what lies over towards Donut.
He's getting close.
Yeah, he is.
Mamă, e groasă runda
on the
asta.
clears, but you're about to lose that bomb again. A backstab and just a missed shot. Yabi gets cover. The penny drops, but
Direct semnal, info pentru Astralis era așa acum.
The gap has to be that A side. The rotation
Ah,
trying to
mă,
beat
dacă
them
nu se
there.
grăbea Rinkel acolo.
Go on, Hunter, trying to get across the sideline. Yabi rounds the corner in time. That's one back rifle for Nerds.
2 la
The bomb
3.
planted, you've smoked off the donut avenue, but they're both coming through CT. A smoke for Wrinkle. You'd have to overstep, you'd have to give Nerds something, otherwise it looks like they might just be bringing that rifle through to the next.
Yeah, Wrinkle's just going to go see if he can find himself another gun, a bit of an upgrade available. Young man, 21, right, playing in NIP. It's not the team that people might remember if they were watching Counter-Strike a decade ago.
Și să faci multe fraguri cu el.
This is a
squad that had a lot of
work to do. And Wrinkle, yeah, he was
să nu se încingă foarte tare.
On the AWP and
asta e problema principală la laptopuri. Că se încing și le scad performanțele drastic.
On this G2 jersey and some nerves on display there on what could have been a very important kill in the back.
Poate presiunea. Presiunea poate pentru Wrinkle.
And look, this is another factor with Wrinkle. Stage games are something which are pretty new to him as well. We've seen plenty of other players.
Dar oricum pare cam chill pe acolo.
Same mistake. Wait too long. Not long enough. Well,
mă refer că spectatorii sunt destul de chill, stau, se uită, nu prea reacționează foarte tare momentan să-i deranjeze. Ești ca mediul tău de acasă, oricum vezi doar în calculator în față.
Condition A against this, I call it a force, but the residual saves. They hit it on the pistol, now they're looking to do the same.
Astralis ăștia desfac la primul bai execa. Am văzut în multe meciuri.
And they don't have any flashes to try and breach through to cause any issues towards this A side.
Măcar de data asta au nimerit mă rog, primul bai e versus half, versus half. Doarme salvat.
Astralis for that third consecutive round. Heavy God trying to be disruptive, has slipped the net and now reveals himself. A missed shot whistles past Ryu's ear. And there's another where that came from. Matt is trying the same strategy, but no rush here from Astralis. There's the fight Huxi was waiting for.
Really like the restraint there from Astralis. On these AX kits can get really tricky if you just go for the objective.
Mamă, deci a intrat unul și le-a furat pe lora banii, pașapoartele și tot ce aveau prin genți. Mamă, deci nu scapă de hoți nici măcar înăuntru, în interiorul turneului. Dacă erau pe stradă, na. Pickpocket, pickpocket. Să facă turnee în România, mă, că aici dacă vin, nu le fură nimeni nimic. Oamenii sunt friendly. S-au schimbat vremurile, la noi e safe și ok.
Alright, they'll evade, they'll hold on to their guns and Wrinkle will be able to drop that Galil into the next. That'll be that as we get to the 3-0 start. So flawless in the
Chiar ar fi mișto să avem mai multe turnee. Mă rog, deja avem turneele astea de la PGL care sunt mari. Singura problemă e că Bucureștiul este fără spectatori. Poate în viitorul apropiat O să avem și noi o arenă.
A little bit more rifle centric. They can keep the pace in that case. But heads up Counter Strike is something that G2 can respond to.
Toate evenimentele cu public. Că, na, e bine și pentru ei, bine și pentru noi. E că uite, eu am fost la Cluj. Până acum, în anii trecuți, am participat pe la turnee ca jucători. Prima oară la Cluj când merg ca spectator. Ca spectator la un turneu de ăsta. Bă, și chiar mi-a plăcut, sincer. Chiar mi-a plăcut. A fost o experiență foarte mișto. Bine, din păcate n-au ajuns Navi. Au pierdut în primul match. Dacă ar fi avansat puțin, jucau totul weekend, în toate zilele. Cred că ar fi fost mișto rău de tot.
Is it going to continue to be smooth sailing though? 2 in K for the post plant. Stare adopts this ramp position. Powerful. Ryu caught with a nade in his hand.
Să ridice în arenă, bă, n-ar fi rău. Momentan n-ai văzut că e locul nou de evenimente. Nu știu dacă ați văzut renderele.
Wrinkle doesn't want to overcommit with that AWP. You got Stare to get past. Heavy got anticipating that ramp presence. Swings in, finds it. Should be good to convert. They have to be on that defuse and stare at that power position. Wrinkle trying to hold on to his ult, but run down Fozy. 3 kills and a free AWP.
Oh, they're losing it all. That's tough for G2. They had the smokes, they had the kits on the retake, just unable to piece it together. A bit clunky, and that one's going to be disappointing, starting 0-4 down into partial buy territory. And it didn't start well, did it? They lost that opening kill. They still breach in. The U2 was good.
Să văd Draculanul.
Taking off Domes. Got a G2 timeout. Saw to get on the mic early, and understandably so. Things seeming a little bit chaotic in these early stages. They've had opportunities, they've just squandered them for one reason or the other. So with that save Galil in the previous, they're actually able to bring out a hero M4. Rickle's going to make sure he has enough with the max loss bonus for the AWP again into the next. You've got 2 MP9s and a 5.7 for Mattis. Similar scenes as the early stages of this game. Smokes to try and force the positioning, but so far so good.
Resemnat pentru încă 2 ani Apex și Zivu.
Calling them into a strong T-side early. We'll see how long this can continue before they stop the streak.
Bun, deci mai avem 2 ani de vitalitate în formula asta probabil. Sau poate da, nu cred că o să schimbe mare lucru.
That big control, but B lane taken on the other side. They have to worry about this heaven play.
Yeah, this is the setup though.
No francezii.
Jump scare, mantles up. MP9 doesn't find the dink they were looking for, but Stare through the smoke. Ryu spotted as well. Is he going to commit to this? Yeah, the supportive flashes, but a messy spray. Easy pick up for Yabi though. They know they've got one cornered. Hunter cowering in the corner, scuttles a smoke and hopes to delay the inevitable.
Yeah, the support from Wrinkle, trying to chip in from Donut.
Smart îl blochează pe Wrinkle în donut.
But there's the frag. Yabi provides. They'll have the info on one. They know Heavy God's cave. It's Wrinkle that's the unknown entity, and he did just slip back into the cubby. Are you going to overlook that now? You might. You do. Beautiful, positionally sound Counter-Strike out of Wrinkle. Posts his third frag and pulls us into a 2-on-2. B is open, Chad.
Hooksy. Low on HP, Fozy with the AWP and Wrinkle, tracking them down quite quickly.
Hooksy's so low.
Well, got to B player, right? So they're going to be wary. This is a free kill. Yeah, not messing that one up. 1v2 for Fozy.
All right.
Info full.
Facilitates a safe plant.
Deci rampa heavy.
Ramp, Wrinkle, cave. Fozy wants to isolate here against Wrinkle, and he's nailed it.
Heal.
All bullets to the ribcage pulls us into the 1v1. He's got a good feeling about Heavy God's
angle
of approach here. One versus
two. Fozy.
Rolling for ASTRALIS.
All right, the closest
S-a turnat că nu l-au găsit pe Heavy God acolo în B. Și s-a gândit că o să joace împreună.
The divide and conquer
experiența.
Paying off. Thought Wrinkle found a bit of impact there. Gets isolated.
Știa că
That's tough for Heavy God.
Din moment ce trage Wrinkle în cave, dacă ar fi fost în site-ul B, o să joace și el. Și n-a fost nicăieri, că făcea pic. Deci nu putea să fie decât în spate. Smart.
Yeah, we still haven't had that early biff middle. It's been last round perhaps the most chaotic.
Corpse on A, set up well for this.
Wrinkle. He's safe from this boost they've erected here, A May. You can see Fozy set up by Ryu to have a peek big box. Wrinkle on the line. Will they bait him? Is Hooksy going to go for a little jump spot? Is a boost. Wrinkle plays close. Blind spot. Blind spot. Wasn't ready. His eye was pressed to the scope. Caught on the peripheral vision. There's Hunter. Back of the site begging for backup. Forced by the flame in towards Donut. Still has cover. Still ready with backup. Nert through Temple finds damage. Both ways. Hooksy finds his headshot.
Very important kills so far from Hooksy in these first 6 rounds.
Hooksy până acum e laser.
Still playing to disrupt his heavy guard. You can see just playing on the edge of that smoke. They're investigating. We talked about the risks when it comes to the plant on this A site. Smoke spams, but Amali facilitates. You can see Hunter able to put bullets down range. Heavy God looking for Stair. Oh, and an Angel Juan pulls us into the 3-on-3. Trying to bait that orb shot. They're aware he's on the line. Yo, the patience, it prevails. Fozy's orb finds Heavy God. Time is ticking, but that frag is everything. Finding Hooksy off the big box. Is it another back-to-back 1v2 from Fozy? Or will G2 just get this party started? Mattis running, no time. Pistol out, see you later. Astralis 6, G2 0.
Passing it right now.
Casual,
isn't it? And you can see there G2 within that round. Wrinkle changing position. It tells you they're trying to rejig the setup. They want to put him in Donut so he can cover the mid-cross, then they can put the rifle over towards A, and they just get caught in transition. So not a very good understanding of the situation right now, G2, as we need to find ourselves at a bit of a tech. Fozy. 7 kills, sure, but it's these clutches, right? Back-to-back 1v2s, just putting it in. And this is already enough on the T side for Astralis, I'd say, if I wasn't bringing into account that Falcons game just the other day. Mattis is on the board now at least, so everybody with a frag in the server.
Yeah, the G2 engine, it's coughing and spluttering and struggling to get going. Looks like it is going to be that tech pause. Nerds has just left the server.
Yeah, just to talk through that round, right? They didn't have B lane control. They set up with the AWP. They're expecting something a little bit faster, so they secure mid. They were actually very passive over towards B, so they were lacking info. They go to rotate in the early stages.
Și Astralis sau Momentum, poate zice vreodată, băi, nu merge mouse-ul, am lag input, trebuie să dau restart la calculator, low FPS, ceva, doar ca să le tai Momentum-ul ăsta de la Astralis. Chestii care se practică. Și n-ai cum să demonstrezi, bă, că n-are nimic.
It's not let it communicate during the tech timeout, so they'll have to sit and stew in this one while we sort out Nertz's issue.
Eye contact is allowed and the smart glass is open, so you can have a look. You can be a nosy Nelly if you want.
Fozy's taken a little bit of a look out, right? Go earlier in the year with Astralis. You take EPL right in Stockholm. Had a decent performance, coming 3rd overall. Rivals in Fort Worth, another one in the venue with a 5th, 6th placement. For G2 on the other side of things, you've got Krakow 5th, 6th, Cologne 5th to 8th, Astana 5th to 8th, Rivals 5th to 6th.
Not hearing a lot of podiums.
No, and well, they haven't won a playoff game in a Tier 1 event in 2026.
Well.
Right, so Astralis have been able to manage that. But, G2 have not. Problem solved, back underway, and another partial. You're in the washing machine right now, G2. This is a horrible play. You're not saving any guns, or if you are, it's not enough to get the full buys behind. This is a miserable start. This is one of those anti-force or force rounds from G2 I'm talking about. Right? Tree boost, the jiggle from Hunter, they did the same over towards Cave with a jiggle and a smoke, the same towards ramp. Just looking to block, and they will get company with the setup. Three heavy to defend this.
I know they're on the partial investment, but this favors them. This looks promising, really promising when you find two on a P250. Wrinkle's signature weapon of choice, aside from the orb, it is that classic $300 pistol.
Le-au făcut fix anti pentru runda asta, G2. Ok? Nu era necesar aici pentru Wrinkle să facă nimic.
Mid-round scenarios. I know this is against the lighter buy, but the in-game leader still wants to force the issue over towards A. No secret about this, making steps that we heard from Nertz. B lane being clear, so they have a good idea. This is the finish.
Molul ăsta, îl dau pe Hunter la o parte, dar n-a ieșit în open.
Heavy God's push securing that rotation. Mattis leaving the site as well. And here they come.
This is not a fantastic angle at range with an MP9. Hunter's going to be hard-pressed to find output.
Avantaj numeri pentru G2, dar n-au poziții extraordinare. Depinde cât de repede ajunge Heavy God, el o să fie deciderul în runda asta. Ok, acum trebuie să facă haos, să se bată toți.
They could just run at him, and they will, peppering him down. SMGs, 5-7s, G2 breakthrough on the partial investment.
All right, it's about time, and thanks to Wrinkle with that double
Bună adaptare pentru G2 cu setup-ul ăsta avansat în aici.
They stayed in A
În cazul în
main,
care
the util
facă
usage
ce
there was
runda
great, but they were
au
always up
făcut-o.
against it. So hopefully that helps Wrinkle get his stage legs. Here it is again. That flash, he's playing anti, so very well done for the young man.
A ratat iar Ryu.
No need to show the frustrations yet, but the finances already whittled away. Astralis, those clutches for Fozy left you in a bit of financial ruin. Sure, you've got those rounds, but now you're operating with pistols around these Galils and singular AKs. They want to try to A-site once more.
Yeah, you have that sniper supremacy as well. Just, what, Galil AK?
Hunter's on his own. Rotation will be through Donut.
Okay, Ryu down easy for Hunter, but bell rung and dumping util trying to delay. He's done well, he's done exceptional. 3 out of Hunter, buys time.
Încă 2 kill din poziția, e crazy.
One from in Temple keeps us interested. Hard to see much more come of this for Stare and Fozy.
Have to take a risk, have to make a play.
It's that risk, Jack, because Wrinkle's blind spot. Fortunate that Mattis adjusts. The orb removed and a 1v2 for Stare. Now, it's in his wheelhouse. 20 HP, though, and Bomb lost towards that elbow.
Yeah, rerouting to join Mattis is Nerd, so he's going to give up Donut. He's going to silently rotate over to play off of each other. Likely let Mattis play first, then Nerds plays for the trade. So they're hoping they want to take the fight and overstep the mark. You said in his wheelhouse, sure.
N-au bani, poate să-și salveze în 4
With an AK, he's just got to hit the headshot. With this M4, it's going to be a whole lot tougher.
Oh, he actually connected the HE, finds Mattis on 18.
Close? Îl omoră pe Mattis, rămâne 1-1.
That is the contingency plan. Make no mistake. Mattis, does it on his own. No worries. Double out of him. Triple in defensive A from Hunter.
Yeah, beautiful work. The flash came in to support Hunter there, but still he was in a very tough position. And what was costing them early, rotating out of position, he just made it into the sight box in time. So well done. This is the course correction of the half.
Yeah, and stubborn on A or Astralis.
Earlier conditioning, right? I can understand doing it on the pistols or on the anti-ecos, anti-forces. You want to keep them honest. You want to make sure somebody starts over towards A. They can't just be 3-2, whether that's middle or B. But now they're down to eco. So the clutches were good. Got you a nice bed of rounds, but momentum could swing the other way. We've been talking about this all EWC long.
Dacă cumva reușesc să plateze Astralis, maxim pe 3. Cred că asta ar fi planul lor, dar nu cred că îi lasă G2.
Yeah, he's quite animated as Mattis. They're in, they're planting. They were.
Denied. Yeah, good find. Good read of the situation from Heavy God, knowing that lurk smoke is just to try and get something out of the eco. They don't get the extra cash. One plant denied. Third round secured.
Some firepower missions in the buy for Astralis. There's 2 Galils for Yabi and Hooksy. The rest of the AKs, no Fozy, AWP. Mid-harass util. Just want to soften up that of Nerds and Hunter, and done.
He is out. Oh, gets caught. Doesn't matter. White screen still manages to put the crosshair onto Hunter's head. Heavy got back. Finds Ryu. Knows he's committed behind his box and trying to find the angle around the edge of that donut smoke.
4-4, destul de multe informații că au pierdut mid-ul.
Mid flying the Astralis flag for now. Action on the extremities. You can see movement on Hooksy. Worming out as is Nerds. Surrounded, 2 of them in the donut smoke. Are they going to go for a walk push?
Yeah, they are. Off Mattis' contact. I think they push through this and take the fight.
On the reload, isn't that tempting? You just heard that audible reload, and you will start to slink further in.
Fake on B.
Ooh, overlooked that. He was preparing his crosshair for something else.
Bomb loose.
Back. That's the end of the round, surely.
3 versus 2, știu 1 la B.
fully committed with the bomb, now surrounded by all three of the remaining CTs, and it even gets better. Huxi trying to pit that gap cross temple.
They will know this came from B, right? Yabi was throwing B fake utility right there, so you're worried about Heaven, and you're going to backpedal into T-Sport. Nerds with a massive round 3 for him. Four straight, and the recovery well underway.
Era planul gata făcut pentru G2 să facă retake în mid.
His mind gets drawn to the B side, not so focused on the crosshair, still wants to play for the info. This is very well done from Nerds, right? Bomb down in this position, essentially the round-winning maneuver.
Yeah, and good spray control considering the evasive maneuvers adopted by his opponent there.
Get broken after... There was a couple of high clutches from Fozy, has again just left them in financial ruin here. Going to have to be a partial and then a full gun round for the final.
Cu 6 salvează G2 half-ul ăsta. Totul de la disconnect-ul lui Nerds, da? Poate chiar a mers și le-au terminat momentumul.
If they had the Tech 9s, the smokes, right, we could see something a bit more in your face, a bit more direct. With the Digs, I think they are just going to have to take their time and allow these pistols to search.
You can't brave the mid protocols there. Incendiary elbow smoke.
Meci momentan Magic conduc 5-2.
There is a second target they're trying to hit.
Ancient harta aleasă de Magic. Deci joc același în momentul ăsta.
Be fake, then mid will work.
Yeah, they can't. Nerds communicating a lot. 3 from Astralis. Slink out middle and strikes. Whoa, that second bullet magnetizes to Ryu's face. Clean shot down so far, and it only gets better. Wrinkle catches Huxi, poking his nose out Heaven. Another headshot for Nerds. The multi-kills keep flowing.
Conversation will need to become as Fozy.
Something.
Yeah, another Mattis. You see, the cam's up the whole time. He's he wears his heart on his sleeve.
N-au probleme cu finanțele pentru ultima rundă G2.
If you're Astralis, just looking to get that 7th to stop this momentum.
Poate să mai moară.
6-6, considering how this started, no pistol round, G2 will be happy to...
Doar runda să nu piardă cumva un...
Converted it on the trot, but this one is going to be slow and steady.
Aproape imposibil.
Hoping more frags come his way. This is really just for the stats. There's more than enough money for G2 to buy into the next for everybody, right? So even if he shaved off another kill or two, it's really not going to mean an awful lot.
Mereu au venit G2 pe mid. Și dacă sunt fast în primul timing până se rotește cu sniperul, cred că o să se concentreze iar pe mid G2 ăștia. Poate nu se așteaptă la ceva fast, că n-au jucat fast pe până acum Astralis, au jucat cu presiune și cu mute.
You get 7, it's like, okay, but 6-6, we had such a good start, we let it slip, we had those chances, and then you know that Fozy had to get you across the line with a couple of clutches, so how convincing was it?
Valid.
Okay,
Speaking of Fozy, he is playing around the edge of that smoke, just tantalizingly close to the flames, doesn't announce his presence and clearing through. Nerds was not ready for that. Aggressive Orpa opens up. Heavy got finding Yabi, running into Wrinkle, blows the
prins aici, dacă mai ratează e mort. Cred că e maxim one and done aici. 1. Da. Nu prea avea ce mai face la cum era prins.
Swinging through, Hunter overlooked stare. They just ran straight past each other. Ships in a night. And now round 12, it's going to be one hell of a fight. There's no reason not to fight for this. Tooth and nail. Mattis and Heavy God to try and forge a path back into A. An approach from A main from Heavy God.
Yeah, Mattis needs to make some noise, right? That incendiary throne means they know there's a play towards CT or Temple.
There we go. Oh, Huxi just started to consider that. That trade attempt, and it's instantaneous.
No fear.
Good luck, Mattis. Have fun. Not going to be easy, but still time on that bomb. In the blind spot. Just utters it, going for a cheeky stick. Fair play. Nothing else has been working for him in the half. And talk of stopping momentum. Astralis do. He managed to post just that 7th in the last chance saloon.
Yeah. They get this pistol, they can run away with it here. If you take a look at the half in terms of opening kills, we're tied up 6-6. Scoreline the 7-5. It's the pistol and the clutches that are real difference makers for Astralis in that half. Wrinkle could have been heating up there. He was the man that got the impact on the P250 to get things going.
Yeah, and I have to say, Chad, you know, a personal bias of mine is an AWP swapping after the first AWP shot into the Deagle headshot. There's very few things as stylish. I got a little excited, whistled it past EWC, a nice try. But regardless, yeah, Astralis do have the edge, especially if they can convert this pistol.
Amândoi sunt buni rău de tot. Dar în setup-ul ăsta de G2 îl văd mai mult pe Nerds decât pe Steyr, sincer.
That's the map we're heading into next, the choice of G2. It's a map that they played 23 times this year. They've only won it 6. So getting Ancient feels mandatory if they want to take the series today.
N-aș putea să zic că unul e mai bun ca celălalt.
Ryu's got his work cut out for him, but he has got the whole squad with him. 4B start for the CTs, and Yabi forced away from Cave. Ryu goes looking, that's what Wrinkle's waiting for. He's supposed to be covering! Hunter was lining up nades, and Ryu racks up 2. Stair stops. Another onto Mattis, and already, whatever your plan was, G2, Astralis have crumpled it up into a ball and set it alight.
A bad goosh there from Nerds, but still this one is looking impossible now.
În sfârșit, o rundă bună pentru Ryu. Nu o să mai fie tiltat.
It's a frustrating one for Wrinkle.
Have you got trying to set up Nerds there with that flash? Hey, I'll flash, you swing, we take this together.
Fozy, it's not the weapon you want at range, and yeah, she hits a bullet there onto Heavy God.
You can just block them with
Unde avea
the smoke
ținta
and
și
call
s-a dus
cancel
glonțul în Heavy.
the chase. He's actually denied donut, so A feels safe.
Dacă cumva plantează bomba, ceea ce e puțin probabil,
get the bomb down. That'll be a success for G2 right now. Winning this round, it's all on Nerds.
Un smoke, poate să dea un smoke short, izolează un pic short-ul, poate găsește Nerds un kill spre lung.
Tough angles to break here for Heavy God and Nerds.
Dar au setup absolut perfect așa.
Has managed to profit off of the distraction, but it is just that one clean from Astralis to start.
See G2, they feel like they're playing behind. I'm just talking about the scoreline. I'm talking about the tone of the game, right? I think Astralis have done well to set the tone, and they'll be able to keep that up. G2, they are going to force, but they didn't get the bomb down, so that means we're just going to have some Tech-9s and light util behind it. No Galils, nothing punchy. As we get back underway, red smoke out from Nerds. So they are just all in rushing this A site, so pressure will be on the Swedish sniper with an M4.
Dacă chiar runda asta e cam GG pentru
He's out of position. They should be able to get in and get the bomb down.
Feels like it's going to be a certainty now. Sure, a couple of bullets do connect onto Mattis, and Wrinkle softened up, but that bomb plant is a certainty.
They only have smokes, there's no HEs to break, and I don't see a kit.
Oh, wow, damage both ways, but Wrinkle's found lethality.
First smoke, this gets awkward now.
Don't forget what they're working with, though, Chad. It is just the pistols.
Astralis trebuie să se grăbească.
With the bomb now down and close range lights, and a Deagle headshot into Stair. Hunter tucked. Favorable with the Tech-9 up close. Ryu struggles, but finds it. Trade from Mattis. Low HP. Got 2 on three, and they're backing away, accepting defeat. An open A site. I bet they couldn't believe their eyes as G2 emerged.
Era must win force-ul ăsta pentru G2. Bă, și l-au câștigat cumva.
They didn't really have the util to try and breach back in there, and no kit meant they were always on the clock, so G2 will get themselves something to start into this game. It's a 2-round gap, 8-6. In favor of the...
Nu știu care ar fi fost golul de aplica fuzii. Că inițial în templu acolo avea poziție bună. Putea să aibă un kill și după fugea. Simplu. Un kill, fugea. Așa a dat foarte mult spațiu.
And we can tie up the scoreline 8-8, so how quick the tides can turn.
Eu nu cred că asta ar fi fost protocolul lor dacă dau așa, ăștia să le lăsăm la retake fără să trăgem unii.
Ryu's got his work cut out from here. It's Heavy got Mac 10 and it's easy for the FD9. Great output. With Hooksy finding Mattis cave side as well. They are such water.
Just trying to bully this A side again, and they are the ones who are struggling now. 2v4 situation. The bodies aren't there to push through the smokes for Astralis. They will have to respect it. So just going to spam.
Got Stair low through the smoke.
And cancelled the plant.
Disrupted the plant. Yeah, those smokes aren't going to last. They're fading now.
Gabby's on the flank as well. He's a little bit late to this, but he is making a move.
Era bun flash-ul dacă era la timing potrivit să facă Hunter pick.
Some equalizing frags here, and now gets in for 1-2. 2 CT up close. Yabi finding Nerds, puts it all onto the shoulders of Captain Hunter, and that's Fozy.
Astralis is back.
Just as Hunter takes the engagement, it's clean, it's a quick response.
So they go back to more of the same, but it's going to be worse with the buy this time for G2.
Fair play to Ryu. Sure, you expect one, but the second is what I'm most impressed by. This one here.
That's more than the output you'd expect from him there, and the fact they shave another one off in cave, it means there's no options to reroute. Committed to that, and again, they were given the good graces to get that bomb down, but just a light bit of spam caused the cancel.
L-a deschis runda.
Feigning, it's a B lane and mid control round, but they're just going to try and wall tight into A. Ryu up close.
Oh, just enough of a gap to spot Nerds proceeding forward. A site is theirs.
Mattis is late to this, and he has
A
the ball.
simulator.
And yeah, they're going to take Hunter out easy. Safe plant from the donut angle, held by Heavy Gods. Deagle, and it's deadly once more.
Am mai văzut o rundă cu Heavy God aici de ia spart cu Deagle-ul.
Yabi finds it necessary. Now just Wrinkle and
good luck, man.
Yeah, good luck, have fun. Attack 9 versus 4. And they know where you are in the flames. Still delivers the headshot. Flank from Fozy secures. Astralis up to double digits.
Yeah, just what I was talking about, this could be tied up for G2. Now they're in a bit of a hole, right? They lost bonus 1900 plus the bomb going down. There's an extra 600 for everybody. But we'll have to beat an eco unless Saul wants to take a timeout and call them into a force to find some life. Otherwise, you're essentially giving over 11 for free. Yeah, so Ryu being the bane of their existence with this MP9 in a couple of straight rounds. The plant does allow a couple of upgrades.
Tricky runda asta pentru G2.
Looking a little bit flat at G2. It's all about hoping that the Pistols can find something on their own volition and upstairs. In the crosshairs, that'll be the opening kill. And the rest should really start to follow. Heavy God's the only one who's shown proficiency on the Deagle so far. It's Mattis. Every time.
He's having a game.
He's having one of those. All right, well, just 3 more to sweep this under the rug.
Like, if you guys want to ever feel better about your, rough games,
yeah, watch Mattis.
Watch this demo. Watch Ancient. For G2 Astralis here at EWC, watch that demo and just see it all from his POV. X-ray off, really, feel it.
Yeah, him and Yabi are having some of those games, right? The two lagging behind on the scoreboard, but thank Fozy for those clutches in the first half. Astralis, they are making good on his hard work. Last man alive. Look like they'll be able to do any damage in this one, and there's no point overstepping. He has to make the move, and will for you. Kills for him there. 18 frags deep. Starting to find some impact.
Mai poate să fac o greșeală de doi din poziția
now
asta.
never for G2 on map number 1.
O singură greșeală să piardă o rundă. Te mulțumesc și cu egalul.
Question will become, is there enough signs of life for G2 in this for them to be able to pull through the punish on
până
Dust 2? It hasn't been
în afară de runda pierdută de Astralis versus Force, i-au cam dominat Astralis ăștia de la început până acum. Echipa net superioară, Astralis, până acum.
This has been pretty quick.
But is it going to be cut and dry?
I just think because you haven't been able to establish any rhythm on the T side, any rhythm at all really, this is your first full gun round for G2 on the second half of a map that is quickly slipping away. Europa doesn't have his AWP, Hunter has a Galil. They have to hope that they can break in. Something 3 strong in mid are Astralis.
That's a good nade. Wow, 69 for Nerds.
Deci nu v-am întrebat eu cum s-au de microfonul versus stream, că am pus uitările din nou. A dus, gata, harta.
Just a massacre in middle.
Hai, Heavy, du-te, mor și tu. Să nu mai dăm delay la harta asta, să mergem pe următoarea.
You can see from Astralis there, right? Let's take stage 1. Let's get to Donut, let's get to Pocket, let's see what they're throwing. Once that's secure, once we know that it's not all out wall, we're going to drop the next wave of utility. And we'll stuff elbow. And it just looks way too easy. That's what you want to see, right? That's exactly what you're hoping for when you're talking about the protocols, the way you want to approach these rounds and make it look
17-5.
They're up against dry runs right now, Astralis. It's just Heavy God. $2,900 loss bonus going into what will be the last and final. The bomb down in middle, 50 seconds left on the clock.
Yeah, he's not defense for Ryu.
And another kill for Ryu, up to 19 now. Should be top of the tables. A strong start in the early stage of these halves. Looking to close it right now. Just one more rounds, as the last two have been flawless. One of them was an eco, this was a gun round, and you get nothing done. So G2's frustrations palpable right now. And a CT side with 5 AK-47s, so that's going to feel pretty damn nice going up against 4 Galils, an MP7, and very limited util.
Yeah, 5 AKs, but not a single one on the T side. Rough.
Looking to pipe out mid. They do have the space. They are undetected, but it is noted that this is open. Astralis are aware that they are giving middle right now.
Okay, Stair, how do you approach this?
Versus
On that grab walk, and it's a good trade from Mattis. Yavi's feeling that pressure. Dumps his util and takes cover in the smoke. He's going to play right next to Heavy God. He knows it's a possibility for that walk.
Cât întârzi mai mult G2, cu atât o să le fie mai greu. Mamă, ce flash!
From Ryu, they were doing the dance. There's Heavy God at least out main. Now Ryu confirms his position. A nice find onto the Temple player.
Okay. Game 1, 3 versus 2.
Fate draws out the incendiary. It's this clash between Wrinkle and Hooksy that will determine just how in trouble G2 are.
They have to back off, they have to reset. I don't think they can plant towards A. They're hanging around, but they're worried about the possibility of a flank, but we should know where both players are. Hooksy just parked the bus in Donut.
Yeah, the loss of Donut really does change the dynamic, doesn't it? You got Fozy instigating CT.
Un pic mai rapid, cât timp aveau full control și în Donut și
pe site
și aveau și smoke-uri.
Astralis are aware that this will be the A finish.
But giving them enough rope, letting them play this one out. 25 seconds, confirmed it has to be on the A site. You can see Hooksy is paranoid about the potential through mid. And back to turn. They just line up, and that's one hell of a finish. Hooksy double, and a 13-6 smashing to start us off.
Simple stuff for Astralis on this one. Both pistols, some clutches from Fozy, and they make light work of G2. Round the 16 single elimination. This one was quick. G2 yet to.
Să vedem ce fac foot până începe meciul ăsta. Că să schimbe.
Only down a round, and it is going to be Magic on a significantly
deci aici a fost top 4 half-ul.
Deagles, 5-7s, a single MP9 on Spade 8.
A fost top 4 half-ul.
No mid
Au
contesting this
câștigat
time. It's just
pistoalele spre un
everyone
buy
firmly spread out.
Mamă, Demon e Demon, 21-9. Cimitier 10-10, Crabeni 8-13, Xla 12-11,
aggression from the CTs could come in.
Cine rupe Tenzi și Spade.
It seemed like Magic really want to bite, however.
Vedeți cât de bine am antrenat pe băieții ăștia Magic. Câte seri de face-it am jucat versus ei când se jucau toți 5.
Any more aggression momentarily.
Sau mai bine spus, uite unde au ajuns băieții ăștia, că s-au jucat toți 5 în continuu până și pe face și au încercat să joace serios. Dacă vă mai aduceți aminte că își făceau default-urile pe face toate cele. Uite, au ajuns top 20 acum.
Not going to be in your favor, although good for one. Next Cloud still aggresses. Not aware of Tenzi, near with a 5-7, and it will cost him his life. Bodies continue to drop all around, a 2-on-2. Foot, 35 seconds to work with. EW in mid does get spotted out. Benny tosses a nade down there.
Info i auzi pe amândoi.
Mousepad's going to hear the rotations in towards B. So AW a chance to try to stay alive, a chance to try to defend. 5-7 close range, taps away, not able to find a kill. Bomb gets planted, and it's just Mousepad with the recovered AK. Wants to go towards the ramp. Benny ready for it. Hits the spray eventually. A bit labored for Mousepad. Means that we're at a tied game, my friend. 8-8. Foot flawless so far in the second half of play.
That's exactly what I meant out of this Magic squad. Great first half team, but it just seems like something inside just dies off consistently. We see a sharp downward trend on the second half of this squad, and it's obviously continue to rear its ugly head. At one point up 4 rounds now. 8-8 is the score. Moon's got an up. We have something building for this CT side. It's just, does it happen now? can happen now is the question with how hot this FUT team has kind of ran back into this.
You know that both these teams don't mind getting down and dirty, playing a close game where tides can swing back and forth. Symmetry spots a jump from Oswald. Doesn't exactly want to get his head ripped off, so he stops jump spotting. Straight back to it. FUT completely leaving A and mid unoccupied. AW burnt out. Krabeni able to make the better of it. Moon close range with the op. Able to trade back. And a hit comes out on B. Flashed off. Oswald not swinging on the timing. Instead, it's Moon to be able to shoot Jugs in the back. Line back up. Op still comes into play. And it's absolute destruction. Magic lay waste to FUT. Demon a chance to try to recover this. 27 HP, 23 kills in the game so far. But shot through the smoke. Magic do finally convert in the second half of play. And just as fast as it was tied up, they take the lead back.
That was a anybody's round scenario. Down to a 1v1 again, and we've seen that as a pretty consistent factor here in this matchup. I mean, we knew it was going to be one of the best games of the day, if not the best game of the day. These two teams, again, young teams that just need to really prove themselves, and they're proving it at this point.
Excitement, passion, and energy. I think that's the three words that you use to describe this matchup. And Xflow just jumps around the corner with a max end prime. Moon has to try to do something, misses the first shot, goes to double back, able to only get one. Symmetry continues to push, but it's just up to Demon. Deja vu from the previous, but this time it starts better for him. A kill to land, 3 on the round, a chance for a 4K, a chance for a clutch once more. He wants to creep around behind, the bomb's dropped, AW.
Se gândește avă ăsta că vine în spate. Mamă, stai un pic, fii atent ce rotație mare face Demon. Dacă se trece, mamă, stai că l-a fixat. S-a întors avă.
AW just missed it.
Crazy.
Demon can walk his way around. And surely there's no way AW expects this. Doesn't even think it's a possibility. Instead, once again, focus towards the ruins, focus towards CT.
Ce timing că nu-l vede la CT aici.
It's just a matter of who turns first.
E cu spatele, nu se poate! Nu se... Mamă, ce rundă crazy! Ce rundă crazy!
Instead gets him for himself and double digits secured for Magic.
Sometimes all it really does is just come down to who is a little more self-aware of the timing. 2 or 3 times each player kind of crossed over each other's paths, but instead it was just a beautiful dance to the very death. And it is, again, double digits for Magic. It's felt like a little bit of an uphill battle in the second half, but it's starting to turn the tides here. It's down to Tech9s, it's down to Deagles, and it's down to a 5-man stack at this bottom ramp position. Oh, a dink already coming in, but not really hurting.
And they're pushing up. Already a Tech9 to take advantage. Make that 2, Jugs, jumping block. Tenzi tries to block the bomb, can't quite get it done. Pushes, repositions, Krabeni goes down. Tenzi can still have so much impact, but instead it's Fade 8 on the backup.
Recovered.
FUT a great job to get that bomb play, get the space in the site, get the opening kills. But then at the end of the day, the pistols, they just couldn't withstand against the rifles. And that's now 11 rounds, penultimate map point in favor of Magic. This is their map pick. Still potentially 2 more to follow after this.
Demon's closing in on 30 kills right now. 26 and 13, a 2 flat KD with everyone else on that FUT side below that 1 KD mark at this point. It is a demon map right now for him. Sadly enough, it's just not enough. Somebody on this FUT squad needs to activate. I mean, we're seeing kind of a similar scenario for this Magic squad. Tenzi, 19 and 12. Spade 8, 20 and 13 with everyone else below that 1 KD mark again. Is it tale as old as time with this squad right now?
It's
all about who wins, you know? Victors get to write in the history books. It doesn't matter how you get there. Just matters that you get there.
Asta e, dacă avem parte de o rundă rapidă, că până acum
Everything is
pare că se
earned,
joacă foarte fast pace aici.
especially when it comes down to the wire like it is in this matchup.
Execve.
Every inch given up, you have to take as much as you can.
Pregătiți și Magic.
And once again, it's just going to be a fast hit onto the bomb site foot. Smoke out Mouseball, 10Z. The timing's not there. A double spray through the smoke. Reddy tries to trade back, and he does eventually lead into a 2-on-2 where Moon is able to readjust.
Și animeri Moon aici.
So Symmetry.
Are
AK in
timing
his hand,
spade, dar
Blake
nu
goes
cred că
down,
se
Spade
bagă.
close by. A smoke blocks it off.
Așteaptă să joace împreună.
Buys time for the reposition of Moon.
Cimitir
Very nice
versus
kill
Moon.
on the Spade 8. And Moon has this
Lungă
up.
rotația. Dar foarte bine
Not
se
the
bagă
most ideal
Cimitir
weapon
aici
in this
și ia
situation.
puține informații.
But the one that Moon is most comfortable with, the one that's going to have to be put to work.
Să vedem ce timing are Moon. Pare că Cimitir cu spatele.
Ramp push once
Mamă,
again,
iarăși mă
nobody
spate în
got him.
spate.
Tries to
Ce se
reposition,
întâmplă în
but
meciul
just
ăsta?
not in time, and Symmetry able to continue to fight in favor of Foot.
Another one of those scenarios of who has the better spatial awareness. And honestly, Moon had the drop, just flicked over to the right shoulder at the worst possible timing. But still, these two teams, there's no real strategy to it at this point. It's throw the utility, get on site, and come out on top, and it is just a brawl every
Joc să
round.
faci cosplay-ul lau, fără lau acum.
Again, and that's why the prospect of this matchup was so exciting, right? Just because of how aggressive both these teams like to be, how dirty they like to play at times. You never know what fully to expect when you have these rosters playing.
35 iarăși, pop B.
Once again,
Repeat the
upbeat.
call.
Space given by Magic. Demon pushes in, but it's 2 kills in favor of Magic. Make it 3 as Mouseball doubles up. Ducks in a line, spray down. It's Magic with a clean round. And
Pop B,
that
exec
is
B,
map
pop
point.
B, pop B.
It just seems like the same thing is happening every round. Occasionally a different outcome, but it is just up ramp, up ramp, up ramp. That's 3, maybe 4 rounds in a row now from this Foot squad who have just gone with the brute force strat. It's panned out once, but other than that, it has put Magic now on map point 12-9. And this buy from the T side is about as abysmal as it can be.
Potentially a chance to kiss Ancient goodbye right now. As you said, the buy, tattered pistols, 1 single rifle to work with. That's the hands of Demon. He's played well this matchup, but a lot riding on his shoulders right now is Red Room already being taken. A path in.
Cred că multora le place echipa asta Foot pentru că sunt
10Z does look
extrem
at
de
the right
dinamici,
position, spots
joacă
another
super
shoulder.
mult
They have
fast
to try to
pace.
overwhelm him. They're able
Adică
to.
nu te poți plictisi când te uiți la Foot.
Trade 1 for 1 and
E
Moon
bătaie
lined
în
up.
continuu.
Has to put the off to good use, has to hit the shots perfectly. That's one. Tucks into cover. Will get burned out. But that just allows Spade 8 to wait his time. The bomb gets denied. Spade 8 pushes. And now it's just Krebetti. A Tech 9, a chance to pull it off. Or is this all she wrote within the first match? Picks up the Galil. Does catch out AW. The spray. Difficult, but doesn't have to kill. Has to play for the player CT, but not able to get it done. That's Magic in a close series making a statement on their map pick.
A statement indeed from Magic. We've all been wondering, when's the spell going to dissipate? When is this young team going to run up against a wall? But the wall named Foot was not built tall enough on Ancient. Magic triumph on their map pick and show that this is a team that is still so much damage to deal out.
Yeah, that was a great performance from Magic, winning the
Să ne uităm și la stațuri până în alta. Mamă, săracul Mati 032. N-a avut cea mai bună hartă. 178 de 128 cu 16. 97 ADR, ăsta la 24 14, 107 ADR, 169. Bune turnee pentru Magic ăștia. Prime position pentru major. Dacă mai păcălești și un LAN mai micuț și fac puncte, la EWC-ul ăsta s-au descurcat bine. Acum voi ba pe foot câte puncte iau. 55 de puncte, ajung pe 17 în lume. Ajung pe 17 în lume, deci la cut-off-ul din septembrie o să prindă 100% dacă o să câștige meciul ăsta, o să prindă niște turnee bune pe viitor. Hyper Spirit calificați la Nodwin, i-au bătut pe Permita. Mamă. Trebuie să vă arăt o rundă de ieri, că n-am mai avut o asemenea rundă, cred că de la CSGO, Să vedeți Cobra adevărată. Oricum, bun ratingul ăsta de la Faceit, da? 25, 18, 10 asisturi, 109 ADR. Ia rating, 108. Foarte, foarte bun acest rating. Am aproape același rating cu Jesse, care a avut jumătate de ADR. Ok, înțeleg că am ore 5 la Eco. Dar doar atâtea lucruri bune să fi făcut. Băgat aseară o sesiune de Faceit. Să încerc niște setări. După reinstall Windows, mi-am făcut și niște optimizări.
Is it going to be an open bracket? Is it not going to be an open bracket? You have to be good consistently, and that's what they have been doing. And then they arrive online, and you're like doubting them. You're like, yeah, they're youngsters, they're traveling, they didn't play too many lands, so they're going to reciprocate the same thing, and they do. And when they do, it's like one of the best feelings to see one team coming out of nowhere.
Yeah, sorry for all the medical leave you have to take after all games. For us, it's important. We don't want to be any other esports club. We are an esports club with an attitude, and we're going to keep doing it. Sorry.
Thank you so much for your time, Albon. Yeah, good luck heading into the Counter-Strike match.
feels like he's living on borrowed time. They're chasing him down, giving him the fights. Quickie with the turn. What a sequence! Aberdeen, now they burst through. This can go rock good in a 1v1, and down goes Kersey. Has to hear that, and he has one-on-one, and Jimmy jumps into his draw. Sin on the sniper for 4.
We're ready to get this one started. It is 5 straight losses on Dust 2 for Astralis. However, a dominant start on their pick of Ancient. For G2 on the other side of the stage, it is their pick, and it's a good home turf for them, but the first official with Wrinkle on Dust 2.
Lots of questions to be asked in this, but it's the AWP being plugged in, right? So you know what positions, you know what roles he's going to be finding himself having to accomplish for the team. We talked about it during map number 1. G2 2026 are yet to win a playoff match in a Tier 1 tournament. And now they're one map down. This is going to be a tough battle for the organization as well. This is an important game for the club championship here at EWC. So a bit of org pressure in the mix as well, as Step just runs straight up mid.
I always admire this aggressive start for the CT side. A little unorthodox, no doubt about it. And the fact you're committing forward as well. This Recce party doesn't have anything to report.
So backing off, they've foregone the long control, have Astralis. So all that space is available for G2. They just don't know it.
Dacă s-au trezit de 2 ăștia,
Short molly
harta lor. Ultima șansă.
The smoke is going to be tough to clip off heads in this one.
In fact, you've got a second one. I don't think they'll be ready for that. No one exposed by it though, and already first blood is drawn. It's Wrinkle, lays down the law, long range Glock headshot for 2. Heavy advantage to start.
Well, they know it's not the upper tunnels. That push from Fozy has given them the information. So as they look to continue over towards A, the defense should know what's coming.
Obviously, Mattis was perfectly positioned to receive Fozy there. Does manage to hit the goosh.
Do you want to chase him down? No, they just want to...
Okay,
turning it into a B split. All right.
Let's
talk up the rotations. They know that Fozy's goosed. He's actually playing towards T spawn, so completely out of position now.
Yeah, and now if you want to rotate through, you'd be having to run through a smoke into nerds. So mission accomplished and keeping it risk averse.
Okay, so a pistol round. There's a change for G2. I think that there's going to be a... Hold on a second. We'll see how quick that they can get rid of Hooksy and Fozy, both extremely low. 6 points of health between the two of them. Fozy has the armor to hold on to. Hooksy has the kit, so at least they're starting to carry through the next round. They're allowed. But I think if you're Astralis, after being one map to the good, and with how dominant you were, obviously the clutches came in, the pistols going your way, and you took care of business, I think you can take a lot more risks on the CT side. We saw it there on the pistol, right? The fact that they've run up middle, they didn't get what they were looking for. It wasn't a biff. They weren't able to cause it to be a brawl. But you can push into lower tunnels. I want to see more risks taken. I want to see them take some chances because, yeah, you have lost this map 5 times in a row. You've only won it 6 times out of 23 times played this year. You can't play it the same way you do every time. So you need to see something with a little bit more aggression, at least in my opinion, out of the Astralis CT side. But Wrinkle does very well. You want to get this man the AWP as quickly as you can here on the T side. Force buy for Astralis taking shape.
Yeah, I mean, backing your statement up is Wrinkle. He refunded the AK, went back for a scout just to keep the extra cash in the coffers. It's a scout standoff in middle.
I think it's fortunate as well that Ryu had a very good first map. He's been having a decent event overall, but as the Bianca, at times I can see this man get overwhelmed. So juggling some Utah, it looks like still wanting to keep this 2-3 split. Going through the motions at G2.
Just timing. Spam through the smoke from the Fozy scout.
Trying to channel them in towards A with this, so they're going to reblock the mid doors. Ryu is able to block upper tunnels if he's pressured.
I don't fancy Hooksy's chances. Minimal support. Fozy's scout's on its way, but hardly committing to it. Just going to be playing cart. Hooksy, a chance on the flying Mag 10. It's hard to track. Heavy God's head. First blood drawn, round 2, map 2. In the opening game of our playoffs here at EWC. Fozy falls, nice find at range. No output from that scout. Couple of bullets from the Deagle did damage, but Yabi just caught looking the wrong way. He thought Stair was still on the angle, he just dismounted. Oh, and they're keeping it clean, they don't lose anyone. So Dreamstar, pistol, conversion, and economical from Astralis anticipated. Call it 3.
See if Mattis can have a less frustrating game of Counter-Strike coming up.
Yeah, Ancient's one he wants to forget.
There's a couple of flashes in this eco. Krypton Hooksy is really, they're just hoping to gamble correctly right now. But quicker to get this map control. RG2 already in through lower, that's all clear. Now Hunter going to take the space over towards short. Set up by Wrinkle with the flash. Bounds around the corner. Sector clear.
They did manage to hold on to Hooksy's flashes at the very least. Something better than nothing.
Just in the wrong place for this, right? Can't really set up his teammates when they're the ones over towards long. So Hunter calling this clear for now. He's about to get a little bit of company.
Letting the Mag-10 make the space.
And just dodging his flashes. He will catch that one. Still deals with his equal on the other side of Hooksy. And Hunter on the Mag-10 could farm up a bit more cash. SMG with Rouge troubles. Nurtle with Ryu and Fozy. And then you just have the one man of Yabi. Wrinkle. Spot him there on the jump, but it's Nurts with another. And there you have it. Pistol with the conversions. Now, does Wrinkle want to upgrade into the AWP? He can just wield this scout. It's going to depend on the spawn. It's going to depend on the calls. I just want to carry this through and see if he can find some tags on the cross. But that was the simple stuff. Let's get into the business as Fozy will bring out his ult. Now, let's see. Do the CTs want to come in with an inkling of aggression, pushing into lower, forcing the issue? The will not upgrade. Takes the first shot, then brings it into the boost. They will get the long control. A lot of pressure on the mid to be early, trying to force a rotation. They know that Stair is the A rotating rifler. You got Hooksy anchoring long, and that last man supporting A will be Fozy the AWP. So Stair has to make a decision. Do I help Fozy to one short, or do I deal with the mid to B? Well, he's picked his poison, and he's cleared middle, but Fozy's been flashed off.
Driverele pe la Placa video, mai contează și alea, dar oricum,
and this is great right now for Hunter to be able to call with, right? You've got
PPS-urile
short
constante,
control.
tot îți scad.
Your players still have a decent amount of U2. You've taken no damage whatsoever.
Destul de rău jocul.
Stair is playing to disrupt if they do commit.
Numai ca la go.
And here they come. Overlook the corner, did Nerds. Lazy clear, pretty far from heavy. That's the bomb delivered. Hunter through, finds the necessary trade, recovers the bomb.
You wouldn't go to the mid to B, surely. They must know that there's still the 2B defenders alive, Ryu and Yabi.
So what's the answer?
Time's going to become the problem, and they're so split up. They need to try and breach in.
The pressure on the shoulders of those two. You mentioned Yabi.
Dacă nu dau prea mult whip aici, Astralis n-ar trebui să aibă probleme în runda asta.
Bricks. That's the headshot you needed. Just giving you the way in.
Direct.
Pressure onto the shoulders of just one man. Yabi. Precise headshot tracks, but only the one. You got a 2v2 retake, and it looks like there's an early collision course set, and they weren't ready. Hooksy had his knife out. Mattis, proactive, gives him the advantage, and there's no reason for Fozy to throw his AWP into this impossible retake.
They give him something, sure, but he's great on the clutch. As you were looking at Ancient, but that was the T-side, that was with the bomb down. And now he's just going to have to hold on to this. So map so far, this is 4 straight for G2. No real resistance for Astralis just yet.
I mean, that's going to be the one they feel like they should have started, right?
The fact that Stair gets you 2 coming out the mid doors, you read the situation correctly. Nice trade from Hunter. And that'll be that as the 4th now notched on the board. But you have to keep in mind that Fozy's alive. You know, the opposite play. He needs to insert himself into this next round. Fortunately for him, he even kept a HE for good trouble. So,
le-am făcut și eu de 2 zile, încă mai testez. Dar momentan sunt mulțumit, în primul rând rezolvă lag input-ul, care e destul de important.
Facepalm for Ryu after conceding to Hunter for that second frag. Big clawback from Hunter in that one to keep this streak rolling.
This is the map where I see Ryu having quite a few troubles as a B anchor, right? There's a lot of B pops you have to deal with. It's not an easy sight.
Aruncat o rând asta de
See if he's
Astralis.
able to keep up some of that ancient form.
Poate vor să ne ducă pe a treia hartă, să avem mai mult content.
And obviously they're going to work out how they can win this AWP, right? This is where you need some creativity, you need some aggression.
And he's got both. Let's see what Fozy chooses to do with that.
Mai propun niște pistoale apucate.
Early B rush. This is just doors, smoke, go. Fozy's at least here, but what's he supposed to do with an AWP? Up against the rush, still pulls the trigger onto Wrinkle.
Deci în alt ciucăm, cred că mai găsești un kill, dacă moare Siriu 1.
You'd love lethality. Fozy a second onto Mattis. He's edging the smoke. Hunter might not be anticipating him to have this line. He'll stay on it. Stair will walk on through. Hunter anti-flash. Aware they're worming forward off of this lovely lurk smoke outdoors. Gives them options. Flash from Fozy and go.
Foarte departe, ok, joacă înaintea lui.
Hunter and Nerds deny. Good find.
Unlucky Ryu.
Despite his output, doesn't want
Unlucky Ryu, că dacă l-a omorat pe Heavy God, era gata ronda, au câștigat Astralis.
Gets a third onto Nerds. All for naught.
Yeah, decent damage, right? But there's still lots of money to work with if you're G2. Hunter and Heavy God look to get out. Be 5-0.
Looks like Astralis' weaknesses on Dust 2 haven't gone anywhere.
Yeah, well, we'll get into their second gun round now, so... As mentioned, I really feel they can take a couple more chances with the map in the back pocket, right? They selected to be on this CT side. You'd hate for this just to go like normal and not feel like you tried anything out of the box. But to be fair, G2 have started pretty default heavy, right? They're getting that lower tunnels, they're taking all that mid space. Away we go again. So Wrinkle posted up on the cross. Out long for Matters. Flashed off the line, they'll give over the space.
That's exactly what Wrinkle was positioned for. You can see this boost. It's to try and catch the smoke break AWPer. His counterpart, however, positioned on short side. Diligent flash work from G2. Nullifies Fozy's opening gambit.
Been a lot of the same with this.
Fluff volley. Still will dismount.
Yeah, Fozy will respect the flashes. Doesn't want to hang around for a bar of that.
Really going fishing for something on this mid-cross. Prior to that commitment, 50 seconds for G2 to find their finish. Fozy might go for a sweep here. If Wrinkle's on the line, it's a hard fight. It doesn't favor the Swede. This is the sweep. That's the tag. Wrinkle, Hunter maneuvers forward, but he's not with the squad. He's kind of doing a bit of a lone venture. They'll drop CT. A little bit of a gap in the smoke leads to some damage, but the B site falls. Just Yabi to go. Way too many men on his screen.
G2 la B.
And even a nice pick up top mid. Huxi from long gets
L-abuzează pe Ryu. Pare că e și un pic cam stresat Ryu. La cum reacționează după fiecare rundă. Ce-i de făcut?
And they're going to try and take this away from Fozy this time round because it's been second consecutive rounds. Yeah, lots of cast, lots of bonuses there. We'll be able to bring it out again, but maybe not into the next.
Până acum toate rundele au dat în damage și le-au ieșit.
Should be in Astralis half buy, so Fozy not long for this world, the shadow. They do a lot on that angle, but still takes down Heavy God. You can see defense mode now as the bodies are coming his way, and he knows the hunt is on. He retained this. Wrinkle jumping, gets caught, but the trade should be there. Hunter will confirm. The board wiped. So Fozy has a stacky cash. I think take a timeout, talk about this type of a buy, because Stack can get himself, Fozy can drop one and still get the AWP.
Mai
Yeah, he can
important
buy
să
himself. They
le scoate
can
de
work this
fiecare
out.
dată armele soare de la Astralis. Nu aibă două buy-uri unul după altul dacă nu câștigă runda.
Opting for the Famus. Even without that save, they're still able to get
Știi, dacă ești
Close to
Astralis în
fully
situația
equipped.
asta,
It's
ce
one
faci?
kit. Oh,
Trebuie
look
să
at
le
this,
dai un
Alex.
pic
This is
disrupt.
punishment right now.
Trebuie să le
B
dai un pic
rushing
disrupt
again.
ăstora de la G2. Au abuzat B-ul în continuu.
The entire ASTRALIS squad
Acum
disconnected.
Raj
He's
B.
just got to do it all on his own. Not bad output.
Ok, mult damage.
1.5. Heavy got down to 14 from the spam.
And now they're playing retake. There's 3 smokes remaining. There's a molly in the mix, so they can continue to replenish the smokes towards the doors. It's going to be about a CT lurk on the way in, and well, the flashes, there's only a handful of those. But there is the kit, so they can give this one a crack. It is just going to be tough.
Nert's trying to address this potential for the walk through that smoke. Nice timing on the molly here from Heavy God. He's even got another smoke.
Yeah, 2 more.
Breaching this, not going to be easy. Flash at the ready. Stare
Și
the
retake la
first.
ultimul tic.
He's making his
Să
move.
vedem dacă le iese.
Wrinkle back to the side on the plat. Heavy God still
Nu prea
removes
pare.
Stairs aggressive venture. Ooh, there's Posey removing Wrinkle. Hang
Doi la
on,
doi, nu mai
time
timp. Nu mai
sensitive,
timp.
no diffuse.
Le-a luat prea
Recapping
mult
on it
timp.
now, and he is, but jumping from the heavens, it's
S-a
the
mișcat mult
Heavy
prea greu
God.
Astralis.
He's got a big smile on his face right there. He was so low on HP after that initial skirmish. The fact he gets so much value, good stuff for the big man.
Seriously good output on a Mac 10, no less. But they are abusing this B site.
The fact that they've run B rushes twice now.
Maybe your matchmaking teammates were right.
He's really just setting the tone.
Fucking
All right, Alex, they're doing it again.
Raj B iarăși repeat the call.
Don't fix it.
Coming through the grey screen.
Dacă
Ryu would like
merge,
some help. FP9, it's nothing.
why not?
Some damage short, but Yabi with a
Mi se pare
5-7
incredibil că
and a prayer and a peanut
toate
in his
raciurile le
pocket.
ies.
Good luck, have fun.
Acum au fost și 3 Astralis spre B, un pic out of position, cei drept, dar măcar au început cu 3. 8-0.
A couple of players are low, so Hooksy might be able to get a kill or two for the stat line, but
Acum care colul Hunter? Am abuzat, au brân de la B. O să trebuie să facă ceva, să reacționeze ceva spre B. Să facă un setup mai agresiv la B sau să se joci cu 3 la B. Terminăm runda după tot la B sau mai dăm mențina? Mind games-ul pleacă de aici. Mă rog, când ai 8 runde avans, nu ți-e greu să dai runde cu orice rundă dai, o joci cu confidence, că ai mult avantaj.
Out long.
This is it, right? So they're probably going to just go for another. They started 4-1 a couple of rounds ago. Look at this, a bit of a wry smile there.
Felt like he just said, "You want to do it again?" Look at the spawns, though. Yeah, it's.
I think Wrinkle might give long a go, right?
Sure.
He might be able to post up on the line. They can get him a bit of space, get someone out towards blue bin. But, Astralis needs something. Posey at the top of the scoreboard with 6, but the resistance has always come too little too late. So standard start, Posey blocks long, and Hooksy knows not to pick before that smoke is up.
We'll fire off a shot. So audible to Astralis, the AWP started alongside.
He'd love a flash right now.
Ooh, Fozie's in such a forward position. The flash, oh, and the AWP connect.
Cred că pe ce se fac pe nerți aici.
There of the arm.
Ok, setup scară, ce facem? Mid to B.
Yeah, you got that first blood, but how much does that
Ok,
advantage
ținem
help you with
rotația,
Yabi now
trebuie să se
gone?
rotească la B acum. Lasă
Two
mid-ul,
names that plays B
se rotească în
is
tunel,
removed.
se joacă 3 versus 1 în
They
tunel.
know their vulnerable bomb site is once again all on the shoulders of
Perfect
Ryu.
colo, mă rog, protocolul.
Outside of the bomb site,
Standard,
playing to disrupt
standard,
the
dar
site.
bun.
That's a good find. Removes Hunter and nothing else to report.
All smoke's very awkward.
Dodgy.
Yeah, that's not good.
Could be punishable.
Se urcă Wrinkle pe cutie aici.
Was poised to collect. Now already look at this play. Ryu trying to be disruptive. They'll go off the flash. It connects. So do the bullets.
Gata, băi.
3 in defense of B from Ryu.
În sfârșit, în
A little
sfârșit.
bit of something back, a little bit of redemption to get the Astralis rounds started.
And Wrinkle just trying to shave one off here. Thinks there's play through tunnel, but no, it's not planted.
Soare
They
pe
can swing out and
strada
confirm
Astralis în B aici.
for good measure, and that defuse will come through. So Astralis are on the board. And Ryu is the man to stand up and deliver. So good stuff from him. It's hard to see this being much of a half at all.
Justin Bieber in the building.
Very well done there from Fozzy. Right, I thought the nerfs
Deci
would
top
have him every day of
7,
the week.
Elfis aveai 2-0 G2.
A good
E
tempo
cu
to
scor
do so,
corect
letting him
acolo.
establish himself in the post plan.
Nice, guys. Sick!
Ancient-ul pentru G2 a fost hartă de încălzire, adică i-au dominat total Astralis, n-au avut nicio șansă G2, chiar n-au avut, dar
He takes the pick in towards lower. Where are they scaling? Notes has been quick to it.
cum pe revenire G2 ăștia.
Nate should find a little bit of damage. I say a little. How about a lot? 25 for Mattis to work with. Has to stomach the double HE. Cozy turns that flash. Nerds taking this space away. The incendiary, though, in this rock paper scissors game has maintained control.
Primeci, dacă te uiți la echipe și la rezultate și la ce s-a jucat, cam așa părea că G2 și FUT câștigă ambele 2-0, dar pare că underdogi au câștigat primele hărți la ambele meciuri. Momentan Astralis arată bine, dar FUT nu știu ce zic despre ei.
DHE tested for damage. Look at that, right between the wickets. Nerds and Wrinkle flash now. Stead does go on the second. Oh, perfect! Dips in, removes Nerds, falls back and maintains that advantage for the CT side.
Hooksy needs to get something towards long. This is a 2-2 split right now. If he goes down with nothing, the A side's in a box.
Yeah, and it gets awkward for the Orb. Missed shot. Pressure onto Hooksy's
Să se
shoulders
bage Mati și Heavy trebuie să facă 3-2.
Oh, and he's done very well. Catches both of them just walking around the corner. The off-angle pays
Mati
dividends.
pur și simplu să se sacrifice pentru Heavy God. Putea să iasă bine, mai avea o șansă. Faceți voi G2, schimbați site-ul, nu vă merge n-a.
Hunter, the first two.
They let him plan.
He's gone on up. He's trying to isolate a third frag, and this one's starting to go from impossible to improbable. Hunter 9 HP has his back turned. Hooksy ensures things don't go awry.
G2 la ce vă merge.
It was always tough going out long there for G2.
Weakness and
low HP of Mattis from the early nades. If Heavy God goes down and it's not
bine,
wide
putea să fie
spacing,
bună runda dacă
just
făcea Mati spații și făcea 3-2 Heavy. L-au omorau acolo pe Hooksy, era prins în open. Nu putea să stea în viață.
Is this just a cosmetic comeback?
Well, it has to be rifle round after rifle round. There's still money for G2 going into next round, even if they lose this one. So this is the hardest way to get back into things for Astralis.
Oh, ce zici hardere?
A little search from Mattis, and oh, more than a search. He has found the treasure that is an opening kill, removing Hooksy.
And you can see the gamble out of Astralis.
Immediately after showing face long, they all pivoted towards T-spawn, and it's a rejig.
And they're not to know it was a three-man beast. Not gonna like this from Yabi. Staying active, see if he can find the gap.
It's kind of what you were asking for, more of this.
Just very late in the piece.
Aurora i-a simțit așa momentan începutul ăsta de sezon. Cred că mai au de lucrat. Dar știi cum e. Orice se poate întâmpla. Mai ales în Max Rounds 12. Se poate pierde o rundă foarte ușor. Dacă pierzi pistoalele, pierzi primul bai, gata, deja ai 80% șanse să câștigi harta. Gata aspiratorul. Iată numai o 4 pistoalele pentru Astralis și sunt înapoi în meci.
It's good to see them being a little bit jarring, right? It might seem a little bit too late in the piece, but let's say 4 straight plus the pistol plus the conversions, we can start having that conversation. So they're not just rolling over right now, they're still putting up a bit of a fight. So that one should have been Yabi's. Hunter does well.
He's alone and one dark.
But doing well considering how easy that opening kill came onto Hooksy towards long from Mattis. So final round of the half. As mentioned, G2 were going to have the finances.
Hooksy G'ing up Fozy. He knows he's going to be an integral component if they want to try and end this in 2. Nerds is forward pathing, already slips under the sight line.
And he got a whiff there. Nerds is talking a lot.
Yabi started here, and Hooksy, they've got a crossfire established, so util will be required for Nerds. Fozy forward, just runs through the flames down to half health.
Playing ahead of the mid to B smoke.
Oh, Hooksy's got his nades out, goes walkabout. Easy for Yabi. Oh, doesn't matter if he's flashed. Fozy throws one of his own. There's 2 back.
Mid to B simulator sau B simulator.
They want to reset. They know reuse B, stare A.
Versus Doyle, știu un bază pe Skyr și știu că review e B player. Deci ar trebui să fie liberă scara.
Short, trying to hold on to this rotation right now is Wrinkle with the AWP.
Yeah, you got proactive Ryu as well, knowing He wants to be close to Stair, and he is playing for the fight. He needs to find them both, and it's instantaneous out of Hunter's AK. Clean with it. Oh, and a clean close too. Call it 9-3. G2's pick. Astralis, that loss streak on this map may very well be extended to 6. Conclusion of this one.
Yeah, it's a tough record. So this is more like it from G2, looking a bit limp, a bit lifeless in map number 1. Still some of those frustrations on display with a few of these deaths, even though it was pretty simple stuff. Obviously giving away the opening in 2 consecutive rounds in this, but only 1 really matters. That third map of Inferno right around the corner if this one continues.
Dead.
Goodbye taking shape for Astralis. P250 for Fozy. He's dropped some utility as well. See buying the other belt. So 2 smokes, a couple of flashes in the mix. The defense, we've got U2 on Hunter. The rest with Kevlar.
Ultima șansă. Stau, dacă le pierd, force bio.
Need to react towards long with these flashes on Hunter. It's going to be a mid-door smoke. It looks like it's going to
force
scale
bio
up
pe harta asta e un pic mai complicat.
Those protocols ready for the aggression, ready to flash them out. He sets them up to take that short fight. As we can see, no action for a while. B defense has been called over. They're going to try and clamp down fight mid and short together. You can see those blue dots on the radar.
On Mattis's cue, Hunter provides the flash.
Feels like it's going to be too late.
Ooh. They are very close, closer than he may be ready for here. Flash is good, connects. Finds Stair's head, no trade. And plugs from the skies. Ryu was trying to make forward space. One back on that flank. You need Huxi to somehow find another. Can't do it. Denied by Wrinkle's USP. 1v3. Abby can't find the headshot.
All right, Mattis, 3 kills in that one. Thought he was going to get caught off guard there with that timing. Rounds the corner, the flash is there. They're in his face. You can see Ryu just blind trying to make the space. You can credit him from the player perspective, but looks like too simple of a kill as the second. Here it is. So the flash, and they're already ahead of it. Drops down. Ryu's running out, trying to get this territory.
Ryu.
They close things down for double digits. Well, Astralis are going to take a list of ecos. This will be a slow one. Nice downboard with Huxi. You can see the in-game leader doing a bit of talking there. Want to keep that never give up mentality, but when you were losing to, I think, 3 B rushes, or at least 2 of the 3.
Oh, soul crushing for sure.
That's not how these rounds are meant to go down. So 5 Glocks up against what is 3 rifles and 2 SMGs. Remember, this is the first time we are seeing this iteration of G2 on Dust 2. That's Wrinkle's addition, and well, he's going to mow them down on Cat. Stair takes down Huxi. Wrinkle 3, Hunter with 1, and that'll be 11 rounds now confirmed. Just one more.
Trebuie să aibă perfect inside.
Time secured at a minimum.
Astralis din punctul ăsta, da.
This has been rapid map. We're
și tot e greu.
Running away with this one. Plenty of counters coming your way today and all week long. Foot versus Magic going down on that secondary stream. Coming up later today, Fury versus Aurora and Game Legion versus Mouse.
Inferno pe harta 3, derby.
Third map in this one. Very, very likely now. Okay.
Cine are un start mai bun?
Xbox and Doors.
Wow, this is aggressive from the CT side. What a weird one for Fozy
Este
to
că
explain.
G2 și-au să intre cu momentul mai bun după ce au revenit pe harta a doua.
That was just thrown from Astralis. Huxi calls the bluff. I like this.
Straight through. This is quick. Occupying short at 1:30 gives you so many options. I say options. Look at Hunter. He's got a nice cache of grenades on that ramp side.
And Wrinkle's got more as well, so between the 2 of them, they should be able to bludgeon this short play. It's back towards long into Mattis.
Interesting angle, rather unorthodox, but very susceptible to the flash. They're not looking at him though. Ryu's pathing forward.
Cumva în mijlocul hărții nu s-a uitat nimeni la el, a scăpat. Stă în viață acum.
Important, Hunter's here. Supported flash, perfect. Still, Ryu and Fozy sees an advantage, a necessary one for Astralis. Wrinkle empty-handed.
4-2. Ah, că vine comeback-ul acum. Rundă cu rundă.
Threatens for CTs to disrupt this plant, but it's going to go down uncontested.
They can take this slow. I think they should take a look, go fishing, see if they can do some damage, make the buy a whole lot harder for Astralis into the next round, regardless of the outcome.
Dacă pierd meciul,
I think these are
doar rămân și în meci
bonus weapons as well.
cu mentalul.
I hope to see them play with a little bit of attitude, considering how they've been rolling over.
Cu cât încearcă mai mult. Poate că după, dacă se apropie din ce în ce mai tare, poate speră și la harta asta. Dar momentan se concentrează la fiecare rundă până se mai apropie la scor. Nu cred că se gândesc momentan la comeback.
Before AK's carried through. And this is where you start to talk about the recipe for the comeback. It's a long ways away. Heavy God. All right, thought maybe you want to give a bit of a spam, but no. Okay, Famous saved, MP7 in the mix. Wrinkle's got enough for the AWP. And this almost goes wrong, right? You see the timer here as they attempt to deal with this long play. But as soon as Wrinkle is left alone, they're starting to path out short and out long. You're screwed, right? You're not in a good position to do anything whatsoever. The money can get humbled here, G2, if they lose this, and then that comeback can be on.
This is
into lower.
Very early collision.
But Molly behind him. They won't expect this, surely.
Stash.
Yes.
Completely overlooks it. Nerds with some trigger discipline.
I-a văzut avariu.
Ryu, the savior, and a frustrating opening death
Are
for
nerds.
That doesn't know how close
Ce-o aș avea?
Crazy. You've seen a lot of those failed trigger discipline throughout here at EWC.
They missed the mid door, Molly. They don't know that it's close. It's clear at least, but Wrinkle searches, and if you jump up Xbox, you could be a dead man.
Stair doesn't know how close he could come.
Dacă o să tragă Wrinkle, cred că o să activeze la scară și o să reacționeze un pic mai fast. Că nu-i sniperul. A trecut și smoke-ul. Deci chiar dacă moare și Tyre aici sau Uzi. Ok, info. Ar trebui să reacționeze în scară acum.
Right, you put pressure on short now. The ult's out of position.
He's gonna try and take the fights. Hooksy is as well.
Bine, vormai fac doar
force the rotation. This is nice.
Presiune. Se duc spre B.
Heavy God can disrupt this, and they're going to overlook it completely. The Soundcube, look at the output. Heavy got a bit of damage on the MP7 past the first. That's the Yabby double. B-side's open for business. Astralis a fifth round. A sigh from Hunter knowing this one a lost cause.
Au reacționat în scară doar pentru presiune să tragă rotația. E o reacție uzuală să te duci în scară când sniperul trage în mid. Au tras și sniperul, au ținut 3 jucători în A, doar că au mers la B. Au fost next level. Știau că se rotească spre A.
That's Ryu, a massive save there onto Stair, right? Considering how this round could have gone, you can see the trick that G2 are hoping for. That incendiary from short baits the expectation. Just that silence then for that longer barrel, giving away nerds in lower tunnels.
Terrorists win.
It's a long way back into this. Here it is again.
It's crazy to say it, but like if he had, the nuance of that is if he'd remained with his barrel burrowed into the wall, there's a great chance he gets the double there. He just wanted to, understandably, get the crosshair in the rough direction for that first. Didn't know Ryu was so delayed.
4-man A-star right now. Looks like they're going to search over towards B.
Yeah, not in the same punchy way we saw in that first half. Uxie knows what's up.
The fact that they've actually just started with a B upper tunnels block has completely removed what could have been a punchy B pop, right? If the AWP posts up on platform, the rifles can start to scale in and focus sight side, knowing no one's on your left. That's now allowed time for the CTs to rotate, right? We've got long control, we've got that AWP posted short. So you have a decent amount of territory, and you're essentially calling the bluff saying, okay, well, we had long, we're not expecting them to go out there without any tells, right? They're going to give us something, a sound cue, some util. That's exactly what Hooksy's doing. So Wrinkle called over to deal with this, but it still looks to be the B play. That's where the stack for G2 resides.
S-au răzgândit Astralis ăștia. Au fost la B, au dat cancel, au dus înapoi spre A, pare că end-ul tot la B, unde G2 au stack acum.
Get another one in this crucial round.
Le-au descoperit doi jucători. Unu cu unu, bine pentru Heavy, probabil trage în site acum ca muri. 12
Down to Yabi, but are
Matis
you ready
con
for
trade.
another?
Nu se așteaptă
Yes,
niciodată la
absolutely.
Hunter.
Oh,
Nu!
He took too long with it. Nuts. Gone.
Mamă, dacă mai
Watches
aveam
as Yabi
glățuirea
finds another. It's going to fall to
back
the 1v1. It's
25 de
Wrinkle.
secunde. Știi exact unde
First
vine.
game on Dust 2 with G2 and a clutch to essentially seal the deal. This is for 12. He's so low. It's a guarantee for Wrinkle. Easy pickup and the 12th on the board.
Well, Hunter knows he should have won the round right there and then. The fact that that got so close, that never should have happened. The stack was perfect. The way that they played that round, the blocking of the B to deny that pop.
Mind games,
to get the long control. Hooksy even has to make it look like they are taking that space. But this is what I mean about Fool's Gold, right?
Mind
It's
games,
Nerds and Heavy God who showed
care a
themselves
fost
over towards B
informația runda
initially, and
asta
that's the 2B defenders.
A blocat tunelul din prima.
Okay, we're just going to continue forward with this.
De obicei când blochezi tunelul din prima ești mai weak.
Hunter is where it could have all gone
Site-ul
wrong.
respectiv.
G2 happy with that one. You can see the org there celebrating what is the 12th round. One more. And we'll make it 2 drubbings. Back to back Ancient and now Dust 2.
Iau păcălit G2 runda asta.
Seven consecutive feels like a tall order. Looks like Fozy is going to throw some caution to the wind on an aggressive mid line. As is Ryu straight towards the long side. And look at him go through the incendiary. He's just laughing at it. Was that supposed to stop me? Heavy God's gone, and a necessary trade provided by Hunter. Good find. Plucks the head off the shoulders of Ryu.
N-are rotație Nerds.
It is only Nerds
Nici
on this
nade-uri.
side of the map. And they are starting to forge their path.
He has no support. Has to do this
Ca
completely
să
alone.
fie
Just the one man
runda
army of
bună,
Yugo.
ar trebui să aibă double
You
kill
to the
Nerds.
back of the side for that exact position. A
N-are
mantle up
nimic.
from Hooksy, a
Ar
diligent
save.
clear.
Should just save. Play the long game here. G2 are in no rush. Sure they'd love the game to be over now, but hold on to these weapons. Give it another go into the next round. They got 1400 loss bonus, so holding on to these is going to be important. Wrinkle, first test, and passes it.
Questionable decizia lui Fuzi să caute cu sniperul aici. Nu o să mai aibă sniper runda viitoare.
Okay, is this a question of a potential double or set up for the CT side into the next, or just making sure that Astralis can't get it? That win bonus, they're going to be out of reach for Fozy AWP.
Sincer.
Okay, it does look like they want to carry the double orbs through, so Hunter.
O să-i coste greșeala
Secondary
asta.
orb through, that's going to be for either Heavy God or Nerds.
Acum
over
trebuie să
towards
se
B
bazezi
for
pe un
sure.
play în care au
I do
arme.
love this as well when you have got so many opportunities for G2 to take us to the third.
Probabil și G2 știu asta, că dacă mori cu sniperul sunt șanse destul de mici să aibă un sniper. Deci poate să facă ce vor ei G2 și lucruri agresive, că poate nu se vadă. Sau poate și-a scout Fuzi.
It's down to just a Famous. Or is it? I'm seeing the juggle going on, the back and forth as
Dincolo, put 8-5, conduc 8-5.
final completion of the buy.
7-5 half și-au luat și pistoalele.
Spawns for Astralis. I can see Yabi lining up a corner smoke insta immediately. Do they want to try and be punchy on this?
It would appear so. Talking of punchy, look at Wrinkle straight up the guts of mid, going to try and find this sight line, and does provide fast blood onto Astralis' captain.
A făcut
Hooksy
un play
sidelined.
fix. Anti-scout, să zic.
Position from stair, but they're so
Adică nu au avut prea multă frică și au că n-au sniper.
quicker than they're ready for.
Lungul.
Already going across. Look at this. The flash play. Sure. Oh, stairs already. Slipped the net. Matteson able to profit. Loses control of the spray. It's Wrinkle from the short side. Pulls us into an advantage for G2. They want Inferno and they want it now. Yabi and Fozy fighting. Tooth and nail. Bomb can be planted. CT's a mile away.
Două sniperele retake.
Disadvantage of those two orbs.
Dar măcar se duce într-o poziție bună în
into a bomb site with them.
să aibă cross-ul din lung.
Two from the long side,
Caută,
Wrinkle
Heavy God
short.
avansează.
Yabby's molly will
Wrinkle trebuie să
make
joace
a decision, will delay
tempo
proceedings.
aici.
Goes through it.
Ok, a aflat
That's a quick one. Long range single scope, just Yabby and Wrinkle should have this. Just as easy as that, a third map secured.
Yeah, nice map here from Wrinkle, 19 and 8. The defuse will come through and some similarities. Both teams showing comfort on their pick. Both pistols for G2 in this one. The same for ASTRALIS back on Ancient, but this one will be decided on Inferno. Let's hope we can get the best of...
Dăm la ceilalți la făt.
Comes through and suddenly it's down into a 1v3 and now we're seeing this T side hurt a little bit.
Best part about that last kill was that it's a headshot.
Yeah.
Shooting at the belly button.
Meta cu Nova, văd că toată lumea și Nova acum.
But either way, that's a huge round for Magic. That's an important round.
Comună s-au omorât 2 runda trecută cu Nova. În post-plant. Cumva.
A bit of pressure might come towards Tenzi once more. Molotov lined up. Not pulled quite yet. Waiting for the smoke to get closer to fading. And eventually, Tenzi pushed back off. It's just to create space, though. No real desire to push further towards B. Instead, they're going straight into main, and an opening kill for Jugs means the activation's going to come sooner than later. Moon, tucked behind the box.
Timing's
not going to be there. Krabeni, able to connect with the Deagle. And all these CTs rotating in through main, smoked off once more. Symmetry close with the Tech 9, and Magic just might want to call it there. Fall back, fall away. Foot on the lesser buy, so powerful. Able to just dismantle Magic, disrupt them, have a great timing when a push is coming from behind to disrupt A. Go into it, mid connection comes in, simple as that. 9 on the board for Foot.
Sometimes all you just need is the basics. Aim a little bit better, win the fights, get a little aggressive, and it pans out well. And it will be now back to a 3-round lead here for Foot, 9-6. As it starts to lengthen out as we are on the cusp of double digits for this now side, as these are really starting to speed up for the Foot squad, looking a lot more confident and comfortable on their map, no wonder.
And the fans getting a bit excited too. The best part about playoff Counter-Strikes, the passion from the players, the passion from the community. Everything comes down to that passion. And who will have enough to bring it over this finish line? Because it's still anyone's game. Rounds back and forth. Rounds won with lesser weapons. Just great timing.
Yeah, that kill from Krabeni really sealed the deal on the site. If he might have gotten cut down from that last remaining CT player, there's still a way for them back into that. But once that Deagle landed the headshot, it was over. And the nades up through mid, and they're going right back to the aggression, right through mid. Xcloud finds the first one towards fading. The spray in from connector A comes up with some damage, but no real kills. It's now split 2 to a site, and it is going to be Magic scattered to the wind right now.
Foot don't need to react too heavily off of this, though. Completely in the driver's seat for the time being. Team in.
Wow.
A bit of luck, a bit of skill, whatever it is, he still gets the kill. And a Molotov towards the staircase. Once again, halts Magic in their footsteps. Drop down towards B. B's completely wide open. Wouldn't be surprised if a save just gets called already. AW spots out a player. Falls back. That should be all they wrote. Call it double digits.
Dukes having just a great performance right now, Donnie. From in the very Shadow-esque performance from map 1 to here, 18-8. And finally, we're seeing the team all click and kind of combine together for some success around here. It seems like it's taken quite a while to get here, but we're finally here. And I think but might have secured their map pick. They've got some great momentum, and finance is actually starting to slowly roll in for them.
Foot's doing a really good job at pace controlling right now. It seems that they understand the way that Magic are trying to formulate their CT side. They understand what type of fights they want to go for early. And Foot is doing a good job to just counteract that. To just find the space somewhere else.
Încerc să mai învăț niște counter de la băieții ăștia de la EWC și să mă duc să-l testez în SA Entry. Seara am meci la 9:30.
And it's none of them double digits. They found 10. Magic still only on 6. They do buy into this round. But definitely not the buy you're looking for. 2 FAMASes, a pistol, MP9. Only 1 M4.
It's the 5-7 I'm afraid of.
I wouldn't blame you. I'm sure Foot still reeling from the previous round with that 5-7. But a push into mid. Space taken for Foot, uncontested, but known by Magic. As Fade 8 waits to see if any pressure lies towards Connector. Nothing to come of it, though. It's just Foot trying to disrupt the CT side. They've done that well.
Nice little lurk all the way out. Trying to make some space towards that B main area, but it has been smoked off for now. So E-Box next in line, but AW gonna buy at least a couple more seconds before these T sides decide to jump one towards site. AW finding the first one. Kerbeni getting dinked by the drive by the 5-7 actually secures it, but the molly to get the trade close by, but he finds one. It's Fade 8 on one more with that FAMAS. It's a 2-on-2. Demon and Symmetry get this bomb plant down. Will they expect both remaining Magic players from E-Box? I think Demon spotted out at least one.
Okay,
now spotting out both. The spray comes in, it's clean, it's good. Moon with a quick trade in Symmetry. 47 HP. This M4 can do all the legwork, and it will. A fantastic and methodical retake from this lesser buy on the CT side.
And Moon doing a great job there to just close out at the end.
Decent, Belzar, decent.
I mean, Demon, it
not
was
the
really
best,
hinged on him,
not the worst.
how his position would be able to fight that E-Box push. Going for one ain't bad, but your teammate low HP, it's not a great position when they're getting swung into. Stuck in towards dark. At the end of the day, Magic winning that round off of winning the gunfights. But Foot, still plenty to work with. You still got to op on Symmetry. Still got AKs all around. It's just going to be if Magic are able to string 2 together, something they've struggled to do so far in the second half.
Now starting to look a little more decided. They start making their way up towards that A main site. Oswald debating how he wants to play this one out. Nade splits the smoke. He gets flashed, but so does everyone else in between as he comes out. Moon somehow with a good spray. The nade over top does some good damage. And Kerbeni with a kill in towards mid. Now starting to separate these CTs a little bit more than they would have wished.
Very uncomfortable situation for Magic. Down a player.
Pare că Magic fac stack în B, o să fie bătălie aici.
Idea that they're heading towards B, however. As you see the rotation of AW coming in. AW, a quiet game for him. But maybe a chance to prove himself.
Puțin. Nu o să
respecte. The first one to take the contact. Waiting, lying, they both find a kill for themselves. AW stands strong, as strong as he can.
Nu cred că se așteaptă să fie Moon în spate și să vină din de lobby aici.
Time rotating over. Methodically clears out main. So much time to work with, no need to rush it. It's just a matter of if Symmetry thinks that main is a possibility.
Opa, nu l-a văzut?
The timing just doesn't work in his favor. Moon might have spotted him out. He seems to know.
Nu l-a văzut?
Right in the corner.
4 pe 3.
He knows. He's ready for the fight. He's ready for the swing. But
nu se poate! Nu se poate!
Faster on the
shot! Nu se poate! Cum a pierdut murul de asta? Știi exact că-i prins în locul ăla. I-a tras cimitir
They
incredibil.
look to take it to map 3 and they're approaching that point.
So close and just one step away again. He should have had the kill dead rights. He had Molly, he had a flash, but chose
Ok, eram surprins că nu l-a văzut acolo, nu când s-a ascuns după perete, dar uite ce i-a tras. Wow, crazy clutch, crazy.
Bring it on over to Mirage.
Timeout for Foot. Bit of a chance to breathe.
Posibil să-l fi văzut acolo, să-i zică cineva din echipă, bă, pe lobby, dar parcă a stat mult prea mult pe loc aici, e un joc care te mai miști un pic. Aia cred că făcea, nu știu, ce pic să-i facă mână ăsta, că i-a făcut wide, că aia i-a murit. Dacă îi făcea, de exemplu, după site, îl omorează ce mult. Dar mă rog, nu te gândești că se ascunde ăla acolo și îți ține unghiul așa și trage. Crazy.
This side of Foot has tasted a trophy in the past. And now they bring a player in, xFloud, already making such a strong case for himself at this tournament. Anything's possible. A matchup that can go either way. But where will the beautiful madness lie? How much longer can each of these teams fight? Well, it's time to find out. Because we're straight back in round 19.
Dar e frumos jocul ăsta pe LAN. Poți să-i tragi în situațiile astea. Când ai ping 0, intră cum trebuie, dar pe net, ia și joacă-te.
3 to a B site. And again, slow and steady is this Foot squad.
Cu toate că se plânge toată lumea de joc pe ăsta, nu se schimbă nimic. Cea mai rea chestie posibilă sub pick-ul ăsta, la care se puteau gândi. E același take în main, dar de data asta nu se mai bagă pentru că știu că au buy destul de rău.
Low start this time around.
Ok, split B, 3 în B. Pregătiți cu un flash magic. Vedem ce timing îl dau.
Push Tenzi back.
Ok. N-au făcut cu flash-ul.
Tenzi tries to aggress. That's not gonna work, and now the pincer's gonna come in from both sides. How long can the CT stay alive for? Spade 8. Not long enough, that's the answer.
Important că au jucat împreună când s-au bătut din conector, s-au băgat și în B-lobby, n-au respectat smoke-ul.
Pressure's on.
Not really sure what you can do at this point. Maybe exit with a rifle and xCloud. If they're lucky, Mousepad picking it up here. Now it's a 2-on-2 something. They need to make it quick because of that lack of kit. Taps it once, tries to take out a peek. He gets it, but can't get the kill. Knows the ops over to his right. Tries to swing with the 5-7. Can't get it gifted to him, and Moon, last alive, can maybe take away some guns, but survival is now the secondary thought process here. And it seems like this will be a wipe for that CT side. 1 round away for Foot to bring it to a map 3.
1 singular round away.
Mâna la... își dăduse căștile jos, credea că s-a terminat. Da, da, căștile să se ridice de la PC. 1 more round, bro.
The power of the lesser buy, although has proven very powerful in recent rounds. Not enough in the previous. Now you see a Magic that's reliant on almost entirely SMGs to try to get it across the finish line. Foot 4 up towards A. Mousepad peeking around, playing for the contact of Moon. A flash in. A matter of time, a gunfight to ensue. Jugs not able to land it. Molotov at their feet. Damage burning down.
One da, avem pe 9, nu prea favorizați aici de arme.
Precision with the AK eventually traded out, but long range, the MP9 won't be able to sustain that fight. So a 4-on-2.
Mergea setup-ul ăsta dacă avea M4 ăla la pillar. Nu venea Jux cu aspiratorul să-i omoare pe toți. Bam, 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 bam.
Is even less health to work with. 5-7, ranged fight. Against two AKs, surely not. Surely it's just a death sentence to Mirage. That's Foot answering back. 13 to 7, and Anthony, plenty for the deaths to talk about after that matchup.
Plenty indeed. What an answer back there from Foot. What an answer back there from Jugs. Strong showing in, strong assertion
am văzut pe Magic versus Mongols.
Yeah, let's start with the positive, and that's definitely
Pe
Foot
Mirage
coming
nu-i
into
va
their
bine.
own map pick, looking like a team playing much better Counter-Strike and being in more control than they were in
Cred că o să
Ancient.
fie harta
Again, not
câștigată de Foot.
too strategical of a game. It felt somewhat simplified, but Foot didn't have to
Treci
do
cu
much more,
momentum.
right? Juke's having a great game, individual decision making on point, his aim on
Bine,
point.
cei
So
drept n-ar trebui să
that's
fie
about
foarte
the
supărați.
positives for Foot in that regard. They won the
Magic
map,
au pierdut harta asta.
Magic won the first
Au
pistol,
jucat destul de
they
bine
converted.
Foot.
Couldn't
Mă rog,
really get
poate
much
să
done
fie
on the
supărați doar că
CT
pierdut
side,
runda
but
aia
the
de
CT
Force.
side
După
as
ce au
well, won a
câștigat ei
couple
Force, Magic au
of
pierdut
force
runda
buys. There was
versus
one
una
round
ca.
with a shotgun and a multi-kill, etc.
Să zici
etc.
că
And
i-a
yet we
curentat
still
un pic,
had a
dar
scoreline
în rest
13 to 7 for Foot.
i-au
So
cam
it did
dominat
feel like
Foot.
it was not really close.
No, 100%. There was Foot was just in control.
Să vedem ce timeline ne-au mai pus astăzi. Vitality Grand Slam. La Vitality au două. FaZe win Katowice GKS. Ia să vedem. Perfect, băi! 2015 Cloud9, 2022 FaZe, 23 Simple, Donk și Vitality. Am că și ultimul 100% un raid și acum ușor ne aducem aminte de evenimentele din Counter-Strike. Ăsta n-a fost foarte greu. E un pic doar tricky poza cu Robs, care Robs mai are un Grand Slam, dar l-are cu FaZe. Parcă. Simple Player of the Year și după și-a luat vacanță 2 ani. Au fost speriați și de la lângă că ia România tot? Da, băi. Și chiar erau șanse să ia România tot și ne-au dat nerf direct. Scammerii, mă. Scammeri. Ne-au ars rău de tot. Ce să faci? Asta este. Așteptăm un an de zile.
We're heading into a third map, an iconic third map as far as it's concerned, an Inferno decider, and loser does go home here in the round of 16. Singular Limb, the playoffs of the Counter-Strike 2 tournament here at EWC. Dominant from one, it was ASTRALIS on Ancient, it was G2 on Dust 2, not putting up too much of a fight either way. So Inferno, as you said on the way out, Chad, that perhaps we get to see them in a kind of a third map that's fair on both sides.
I just want to see something a bit more competitive, right? This has been pretty one-sided throughout. It's ASTRALIS, they'll be happy than last time they went head-to-head. They only got 14 rounds of 2 maps. This time they pushed to the distance.
Okay.
We split the pistols. Let's see who can make it the third.
Is this really just up mid? Posey's going to be screaming, I've got company. He's also got the dualies, and he's found that first bullet headshot. HeavyGod tried to go short side. They're wrapping in, and Yabi's removed another. Humbled, beautiful start for the CT side pistol campaign. Bomb plant going to be guaranteed by Wrinkle. No one can stop it. So at least you're going to get some extra cash. Ooh, can you get it? Oh, he nearly hit two in quick succession there, so promising.
Harta asta, dacă nu o comit ASTRALIS prea tare pe counter, joacă bine ASTRALIS ăștia Inferno. Cred că e o hartă care o grează destul de mult, ce-am văzut. Dacă au un start bun, posibil să avem mention, nu lor răchem. De fapt, cine a început bine în match, a dus-o bine mai multe runde. E că am văzut 6-0 ASTRALIS prima hartă, 8-0 G2. Important pentru ASTRALIS să scape cu bine de forțul ăsta. Regalele de 8 pistoale, nici nu idee.
And they've got a bit more company this time, right? All these 4 spy rounds. Let's be more pack heavy.
Pare pe B.
Just scuttle into a very, very quick B execute. Watch them just start parting through this as soon as the Uto's in the sky.
Stair thinks twice about this. I think Hoopsy calls him back.
Au consumat ambele coverage. Smoke defensiv. Un flash bun trebuie.
Not really. Hoopsy's gone. Bombs across. Post plant. Recovered rifles.
Double banana.
2 banana. Responsibility of
Wrinkle. Dacă moară direct pe Wrinkle. Oricum ASTRALIS n-au kit. Deci important, trebuie să facă retake cu fast. Ne atent fuzii. 2 versus 2.
to provide that trade though, and for G2, is the hard work done? Feels like it's still to come.
Își dau seama cam prin ce zone sunt. Are kit în site. Nu, la păcălești, Hunter.
G2 immediately wrestle back control after conceding pistol.
It's not baiting if you win the round. Hunter there just hiding in plain sight. That's beautiful from the in-game leader. He had a massive dust too.
A dus runda la force.
Hot take just said, okay, well, Hunter just go and bully Hooksy in this one. Take on the in-game leader on the other side. Former teammates lifting the likes of Katowice and Cologne together. Now enemies. Elimination on the line. That one, simple stuff from Hunter. And it's not the first time they've won a force by this series. They did the same on Ancient, but they couldn't find consecutive.
Acum gamble CS rundele astea.
It's a good map for 5-7s to find impact.
ASTRALIS gamble. Și G2 să ia informații să nu dea în gamble. Să vedem dacă se duc blind într-un site sau o să ia niște informații. Ok, fără probleme. Au încercat ceva mai agresiv ASTRALIS. Erau heavy, trebuie aici de doi, era greu.
And considering Hunter and Wrinkle are low, they need to be careful not to give away too much more. Looks he might want to carry something through into the next, but still just looking to do a bit of damage as the bomb is being punched on the other side of the map. That 40 seconds now confirmed, and he's hanging around. He's got company. HeavyGod coming down banana. 2 top mid and spammed away from Hunter for 4 within the round. It's a little bit frustrating there for ASTRALIS because I like the idea the flash was even good. It's just Hunter, the support network, was ready and raring to go. I wonder if there's a bit of organizational pressure for G2 in this game as well, knowing here that it's not just the Counter-Strike tournament, it's not just the progression through the easier side of the bracket.
Bună runda asta de la ASTRALIS. Singurul lucru care ar fi putut să dea upgrade aici să fie un smoke deep. Ori să facă în primul timing cât timp e încă smoke-ul deep sau să bage din nou un smoke deep. Dar mă rog, se toarnă așa după dacă dai smoke. Sunt pregătiți de ceva fast. Dar așa, fără smoke acolo, nu-i greu să te omoare teroriștii.
We'll see how far they can push the issue, right? Obviously, you win Counter-Strike, you get 1,000 points, but there's some other teams that we'll be talking a bit more about that. Your Vitalities, your Falcons, maybe even your Navis.
Counting on their CS squad.
This one, another stack on the pistols, and you just have to hope that you've called this one correctly. You've gambled correctly if you're Hooksy. You just want to do a bit more damage. You took a few rifles with you, a few upgrades with you, excuse me, in the last. Doesn't look like it's going to happen this time round. You can send Nerds in as a bit of a beacon. They're going to flash and pick top middle, but look at the range right now. Very deep. Mattis playing chicken pit. A lot of range on this. Could be classic Mattis for the series if he gets caught off guard by this one.
Yeah. I think the guy is due a little break. A couple of ecos might soften the blow.
And B is open, right? They've been able to send the SMG of Nerds in, clear it out, make sure no one is home, and he's even taken down Stair on rotation. So at this point, ASTRALIS are just looking to not give away too many more casualties to Nerds to farm up some cash.
ASTRALIS cu line-up-ul ăsta au avut cel mai mare succes din ultimii ani. Deci ar putea să mai schimbe.
Start to settle into this. Let's take a quick look at what's going on that secondary stream. Versus Magic. Looks like they're going to be heading to their third map of Mirage very shortly, so you can whack that one on. As Nerds, he does want to get stuck in with the SMG. He's going to have to take the liberties as
Nerds fermierul de eco.
Nico Bash Ace, everybody's favorite, as Hunter's going to steal it.
How rude.
That's alright. I think those ones, it's better. Right? I don't want this. I
Ei,
want the Ace on the side of
2016-2019 atunci au fost prime ASTRALIS. Era ASTRALIS. Nu știu ce ar putea să facă ca să revină vremea aia, să-i cumpere pe Vitality, poate. Nu au bani. Fac asta.
Which is what you're going to hope Hooksy can do with the B defense, landing devastating grenades down Banana. They are extinguished. Okay, it's half wall immediately. We're going for the extinguisher, the car molly. That would be telling of a fight. They are playing a little bit more forward with their A defense on this bracket setup, but Banana's where the action is on Stair.
Yeah, he's ready for this. The whole G2 squad on the other side of the screen. No one's seen it. Finally, Mattis puts him down and just loses. He's been spotted and executed.
4-1.
Another one there from Hunter.
Ok. Au început bine G2, cred că
cut and dry than that.
A plecat harta asta pentru ASTRALIS.
This B duo just bowled over.
Ryu is probably pretty happy it's not him.
That's true.
Alright, I took the hiding over there on Dust too. Someone else for a change.
Dust dă de la obuză păriul ăsta. Acum la buzează pe
So there will be the combination of Hooksy and Stair with your Banana control. Hooksy's going to be setting up Stair to take those fights. And then it's going to be either Fozy or Yabi, right? That's your AWP or your rotating rifler to assist if they want to go for three-man setups, and then Ryu has to anchor down towards A.
It's going to get some credit as well for Wrinkle and his flash. Ensured they find that frag onto Stair cleanly.
Tough way to find yourself down 4-1.
O să pună 3 la B, probabil ASTRALIS. S-au jucat până acum default cu 2B. Nu le-a mers, i-au abuzat de Banana.
Does look silly when you catch from this angle, doesn't it? But Mattis able to catch him before he can pop back up and mow them down. Stair knows he had an opportunity.
It was actually Heavy God's flash. It was Wrinkle on the second for Hooksy. Team play on display. Everything going to plan.
Au câștigat runda cu un singur
flash.
flash.
We're seeing from ASTRALIS on the buy and likely ushered in by Neo as well, taking the timeout. Your loss bonus is maxed out. Let's get that Fozy AWP out.
Yeah.
Let's take the eco behind the saves right now. I say eco. They're obviously going to invest a little bit more, knowing that 3,400. But it's not the full shove, right? They haven't dropped rifles, they haven't fully invested in util. Everyone's left enough that they will be able to bite properly into the next. Bigger concerns in a round like this, and yet to leave spawn, it could change, but there's no kit. So if a site falls as easily as it just did, it's been a bit of bludgeoning on B. It's going to be hard to see that retake once more. Same half
Okay,
wall.
not
Smoke again. Seems to be the game plan for ASTRALIS in this one, as a nade lands at the doorstep of two. Nerds and Hunter brought down.
Au investit niște bani, dar păstrează pentru următoarea viitoare. Pentru runda viitoare să aibă full. O să aibă și sniper pe poziții, în cazul în care pierd. Joacă ca pe o rundă bonus. Ok, au decis să facă asta când A. Până acum au fost abuzați la B. Ce zic, că schimb pace-ul G2. Pare că momentan acolo corect. O să vină să ocupe mid-ul G2. Chiar cred că o să se comită direct la rap în arcadă.
Feels like Status 5-7 could be very disruptive in this position, and with the blue set up, it's a nice distraction. Already working out this partial investment.
They're coming back, they want more of this.
Instead, equipped with the rifle, will profit. No trade attempt out of that. Ooh, the boiler player who is now alone as Stair doubles up on mid. Look at that minimap. The battlefield laden with G2 bodies.
I-au citit.
25 seconds. Heavy go try and do some damage. Sure, remember this was just the partial. We're going to be buying into the next. This one's a feel-good moment for ASTRALIS as Heavy God backpedals and looks for the save.
Yeah, always a good look for coach as well. Off the back of a timeout, you find yourselves a little bit of a momentum breaker.
You wonder what the thought process there, right? They established that it is a bit of a mid-stack. They know that the boost is in play, and then they still want to pipe up middle. So I think in that moment, they're assuming with all that info, G2 start to race up Banana and try and isolate that solo defender. Instead, ASTRALIS flash, they take the fight, and they stifle this one to get their second round, 2-round gap.
Yeah, Stair as well. You give him an inch, he is capable of taking the mile.
To note, though, in the spree of 4 rounds for G2, had a lot of bodies stay alive, especially in the 2 prior to this. Flawless rounds mean they have a lot of cash to splash. At a round like this, if it would devastate the finances and you had that 1,400 loss, it's a tough position to call yourself out of. Fortunately for them, they've got all the cash that they would hope for, and they can go again. But Fozy will get the orb. Can't say the same about Wrinkle. They want to keep him operating on this AK.
Runda asta pentru ASTRALIS.
Bagă înapoi în joc. They wanted someone a little bit more aggressive. He's not going to be that on
Mereu vorbesc despre mental, dar băi, e un factor atât de important mentalul ăsta. O rundă de genul îți schimbă direcția total.
Those two and Saw, enough people to make the calls. Wrinkle just needs to get out there and hit some shots.
Let's get this party started then. Round 7, third map. To the round of 16 playoffs.
I-a tras cu sniperul la B, Fozy. Cred că o să se rotească acum. Cred că e ceva ce înțeleg și G2, că nu o să rămână cu sniperul la B. Dar cumva se duc înapoi la un STNA. We repeat the call de runda trecută.
So 4 strong on A.
Awkward.
Stair left to his own devices on B.
They're trying again. This bracket's control. They want to fight for it. They want to demonstrate they can take it away. You got the Fozy.
Bun timing-ul la mine.
He's got a nice cash these HGs. He's just going to keep just chaining them together. That one's a big one. Right between both Hunter and Mattis. Now forward positions on the long side. Smoke won't last forever. There's a flash on the fade, and Yabi's just going to worm his way into library to acknowledge the potential slip CT.
A lot to concern himself with.
Blocked. Throws out a moto smoke. Interesting improvisation.
You wonder if that's an invitation to creep through.
Looks like
he might get blindsided by this.
Ryu's responsible for the housekeeping of this spot. They're boosting over.
Doar 2 jucători în A.
He's vulnerable. Brought down by
Fozy,
Hunter.
unul singur Ryu.
Multiple
Pa
bodies
pe Ryu.
flood the site. Clash from Mattis connects.
You can see what Yabi was thinking, but he stitches up Fozy there, doesn't he, right? With that 3/4 smoke, you have to worry about the potential.
Mă mir că nu s-a rotit niciunul de la B, că nu prea a fost presiune la B pe Banana. Trebuie să rotească Puxi să-i ajute un pic în A. În schimb, cumva s-a rotit Yabi și a lăsat amenit în A.
Looks like Hunter's got a gift for Rinko into the next.
Yeah, I'm curious though, because he could have bought it, so it's telling that, all right, they want to start changing it up because they weren't expecting this AWP. Nah, he's dropped it. So it's just the housekeeping and making sure that they can't get that for foes. They do have money on the CT side though, so that won't be too much of a concern.
Suntem doar eu cu tine.
Rinko will get it, so we do juggle it around and it is carried through after all.
Yeah, he likes the sound of it after all, you know, like...
Okay.
If you don't have to spend the money, you're allowed to play.
Eu zic bună de like-uri astăzi. Poate mâine când joacă Navi.
You've highlighted T-side Inferno is not the one when it comes to inserting yourself into the play. Yes, there was some Poltracide at the start of the T-side round.
Looks like they've woken up from Ancient though, G2.
Da, da.
Oh, he had a good innings as well.
He had a name.
Yeah, you should never do that. Especially in this skirmish of a third map. Big util dump from the CT side, and it works out. Yeah, Nerd's down. Stare using that AK-47 to great effect. There are 3 T-side weapons on that CT side. That one-shot headshot potential, not just a T-side exclusive.
Crezi că fotoul ți frate, dar și butonul de like trebuie să fie?
Hooksy's got to play this dangerous game where he
E
plays for info, but also doesn't give it up to an AWP on Wrinkle.
Ar trebui să bage pe mid aici. Mă rog, are info Iabi. Trebuie să rotească fază la B. Din ce mai multe informații. Să vedem dacă se bagă sau rămâne. E frică să nu fie trapping în mid.
Rather quiet. The calm before the storm. A block smoke thrown at the 52nd mark.
They've just played for info top middle. They're behind that incendiary, so they have a good idea this is going to be the B play. Where's the rotation?
Yabi's even getting proactive. He's going to be making that move for a rather fast flank. They're still congregated top banana. 30 seconds as the util dump comes through.
O să aibă un kill Yabi.
Smoke fading. Flank connecting. Wrinkle still lining up nades.
Aia trebuie să fie gata runda.
25, you gotta go big.
Surely you have to commit, at least that's what they think. A pivot on its way. Does Ryu completely leave the site? He's
Mamă, ce
saying,
bine a rămas Ryu.
I'm not so sold on this.
Never mind, a plecat și Ryu. Site-ul liber. 3 versus 3 post plan. Mama. Cât de bine le-a ieșit.
Okay, well, now good luck with the retake. Moto's just been smoked.
Mama.
Ryu really wants this bomb site back. He can't believe they've stolen it away from him. The moment he
Vreau să-i văd
departs.
reacția lui Ryu după.
Difficult smoke to broach.
Că are kit fuzii.
The time ticking. You've got that HE break. Mattis Tarks hit by the wallbang from Fozzy's orb. Softened down to 40 as he unloads his frags, trying to keep him at bay. The time is ticking away. 2 frags is good. Heavy God lingers. Someone has to get on that defuse, and it is not planted for Heavy God.
Au câștigat runda cumva. Câștigat runda cumva. Au câștigat runda cumva, nu vine să cred. Content. Băi, deci nu știu de ce a ieșit. De ce o fi ieșit Hunter acolo, că dacă stătea ascuns, gata, se termina runda. Mamă, ce roller coaster runda asta. Uite, a ieșit. Au făcut double pick ceva, au zis că nu mai au timp să defuzeze bomba, probabil s-au grăbit. N-au mai avut răbdare și au luat-o la fix. Se gândeau la save. Frustrantă runda asta, dacă ești Hunter.
So he suppressed the ability for them to go aggressive. They wanted to linger around to have those questions. Mattis has denied it immediately.
Sigur au crezut că e save. Mamă, mi-aduce aminte de runda lui Fallen versus Navi.
Molly instead can get out. He wants to go back in for this. Another nade lands on his toes.
Yeah, it's all about this fight for half wall control. Block smoke will buy time.
And in rotation between the two of them is Yabi. Is he just going to donate this util? Head back over towards A. It's like a minute on the clock, and he will give over the nades, but he's going to posture forward. Stair wants support. It's the Danes over towards B.
Okay, Danish duo. Stair anti-flash overlooked. Oh, still not pivot. He finds them both. What a dream. Given his team a gift of a two-man advantage. They do still need to find Hooksy, and with their connections, we've equalized. Hooksy on B, Fozy on A, and Ryu overlooked in pit side. That's the bomb, that's the kill, Wrinkle empty-handed. Hunter in the clutch, winnable, certainly now, but heads Ryu, gets the time, he knows Hooksy last seen B-side, he knows he's got the time to set this one up.
IGLA, Hunter versus Hooksy.
Use time as his great ally. Hooksy, head to head.
Oh, mai bun Hooksy, băi.
Wins it out in that captain's 1v1.
Well, interesting call there from G2, right? You killed 2 players top banana. You know there's a third shore. You're expecting that rotation away from the A defense, but they've just parked the bus. You walk into it, you're also getting blindsided. So is Hooksy looking over the fence there? Maybe, yeah, he is. He's definitely giving him a little bit of summon away to Hunter.
Okay.
We've got a bit of salt in the wound with this. As mentioned, once upon a time, teammates lifting trophies together. Hooksy got cast aside. No, we don't want you anymore, mate. Trying to build back up to what was the successes of G2 once upon a time, but
nice shot as well from Hooksy.
This is the thing. If Hunter gets into boiler,
brother.
He gets into boiler, that's round, right? So Hooksy's chasing Ghost at that point.
Un scor bun pentru Astralis ar fi 7-5.
So info on Fozy's coordinates.
Ar trebui să ia astea 3 runde. O să le fie greu pe Tero.
Turning this quite quickly into, at least they were something A-centric. Now on Inferno, it's not about the finishes, it's about this battle for banana control and top mid. You don't have to take banana first, you can go get boiler and holes, then get your bracket, vice versa. It doesn't matter, just as long as you are taking the space, forcing the CTs to rifle through this util.
Wow, right in his top pocket. Half health for Nerds, worming their way through though. This
Huge
is
gap.
A great gap. Hunter gonna play the fade side by side with Mattis, and there's no one home. Some serious real estate now for G2.
Making it look like an app spot, but they're just gonna walk long.
Yeah, with all the attention drawn. There is that rotation from CT. Stare and Hooksy are on their way. Cognizant of the possibility of this gap. And then they'll use their own Moto smoke to be hoping to be overlooked. Yep, that's it. Stare had his nades out. Good find. First blood drawn. With Mattis in combination with Hunter makes life miserable for Yabi, standing and banging, finding 2. Now's not the time for an inspect and no scope onto Yabi. The only way to bring him down. 3 decent output, but Fozy
n-a reușit să găsească niciun kill
not in
Ryu
a position to
acolo.
really play for this.
Are nervi.
And Orp on the way
Sigur a
back
fost
in, never
misplay pentru
comfortable.
Ryu.
And loss bonus only 1400 into the next, so he should hold on to this. At least we're getting more of a back and forth affair than the last 2 maps.
I really like that calling from Hunter.
I think it could have gone wrong because they're assuming they were starting 3A anyway, right? They wanted to draw the attention for the app spot, but the attention was already there. They didn't know they had that gap. How they meant to know they had that gap.
Și multe greșeli pentru Ryu best of 3-ul ăsta. Au avut și niște runde bune, dar mi se pare că a făcut mai multe greșeli decât runde bune. Presiunea, evident. Meci în playoff, scenă, public.
Difficult for Astralis because of the seesaw, right? Fozy can drop an M4. That's the opening incision. It's nice when Mattis gets to make his play.
Am mișcat bine Jabi, 2 kill-uri.
Saw over at HLTV talking about they don't really have a natural entry. They
Pur
have
și
these
simplu
players
trebuia
who
un kill să aibă și Ryu și era perfect.
So it means you need to be a little bit more creative with how you go about these things. It's not just run on in, get the job done. You like to be tricky with it. Also have quite a few players who have a similar profile. G2 is one of these teams to me that feels like a jack of all trades team. You got Heavy Godu, one of the absolute best anchors in the world, but I feel like this man could play any role. Right now he's not really having to do too much in the fragging department, just 4 kills deep. On the CT side, I'm sure that will have to change as that pit anchor. Astralis have shoved behind the save door. Fozy's dropped a rifle. Sarah's in with a Famous. 5-7 for Hooksy and an MP9 for Yabi. They're buying next round. If they don't save anything, if they don't get anything done right now, it's 1900 loss.
They've pulled one of these out of the hat already on their CT side. Is it asking too much to pull it off twice? On off angle adopted, this is a unusual setup to have Fozy responsible for the right side and Ryu mantles the radiator for the off angle. It's very unlikely the crosshair is pre-aimed by Heavy God, but then again, you were just speaking about his individual ability. We'll get to see it on display if he does proceed abs.
So he just threw a flash into Boiler, which normally would tell of a player jumping up and starting to search for space there, but Heavy God isn't. So I think ASTRALIS believe there's a bit more coming their way, as it is 4 over towards Banana, taking control of past half wall now. And the setup dismounted. A lot to concern themselves with.
Yeah, re-sweep from the AWP. Course brackets clear for now. 50 seconds for G2 to try and find their finish. CT smoke lands. Does look like HooXi plans to go for a 5-7 underhand 5-7 mag dump.
There's going to be multiple flashes. Yabi and HooXi can both flash against this execute.
Oh, they actually molly stare out of position. That makes life a bit uncomfortable. The flash connected. You
Are
can
și
oh, he's done well. He's done very well. HooXi.
Potențial de fragger. Eagle fragger.
20 seconds. Got to fight your way back into this site. Fozy relays the information. He's ready for this. That's the bomb. Now on the floor, spews out of Wrinkle, and that is 5. ASTRALIS, 2 rounds of the 5 they now boast off the back of these 5-7s. And HooXi, the one to find out a double kill.
Când o să-i vină vremea.
4,000 in the bank. No problem.
Yeah, it would have been nice if he could have kept that. It'd be a drop for Nerds or Mattis, so it does actually make a difference. You can see the multiple layering of the flash. Good call from HooXi to have 3 strong over towards B. They had that top mid info. And it's just the layering of flash is going to catch them. How many can you possibly be ready for? Nobody playing anti there to get the job done, as we can tie things up 6-6.
Execute, and that's it.
I might want to focus on a good execute. Limited resources to do so.
Especially if you concede an opener, you can see Fozy's going for some rather audacious forward position. Ooh, there's a little bit of a kerfuffle. Stay down to 64.
Ieri, face it. Și am jucat versus niște nemți. Inferno. Bă, de nu m-au bombardat la banana. De m-au sărit din ghete, m-au distrus oriunde eram. Veneau câte 3 bombe în cap. M-au omorât în toate pozițiile. Numai din bombe.
It's hard for Heavy God just to swing into this.
Fozy's quick, but clearly not quick enough. Heavy God beheads him. Oh, and the pre-fire. Yeah, what was up? The flash pops. He immediately nails it. Just HooXi. Rotation has come through. You needed to find something though. Empty hands for Hooks. Yabi needed a 3rd. And it's Ryu. They know he's the A anchor. Heavy God has cut the rotation, so looking to at least.
Ce să faci când îți trage Heavy God așa? Știi, unghiul, este ăsta să face Ferrari, îți trage aruncă în aer. Ce poți să faci?
They've been the ones who've been playing on the front foot over towards A, right? That incendiary comes in top mid. He just takes a swing of Boiler off of that. The only thing you have to worry about if you're Fozy in that moment is that Boiler swing. So Heavy God, great opener, but as we recount that first half of play, the pistol, then you lost against the Force. You had a HooXi 1v1 clutch against Hunter, and you had 2 rounds where you're on the lighter buys with saved guns cobbled together. So gun rounds is what seems to be eluding ASTRALIS as far as their CT side is concerned. Some good moments from G2 in the core
Așa cred că la un moment dat în viitorul nu știu cât o să dureze chestia asta, când nu o să mai aibă chef Carigan să se joace, să bage grind, poate într-un an, 2.
Now the pistols at this point, 5 have been played, 3 are to ASTRALIS, 2 are to
Poate
G2.
Nico, dacă vrea să mai joace, o să treacă la Eagle, sau cel puțin așa zicea. Da, momentan nu cred că e cazul. Dar oricum, Nico e un second voice deja foarte bun. Nu cred că o să fie greu să facă tranziția asta în Eagle. Să vorbește destul de mult.
Spotted. Heavy God got the early warning. There's a nice one as well.
Iarăși are nerviu.
Loses his head to a Nerds P2000. Oh, it's clean. It's far too clean. The second shot out of Nerds just as good as the first. ASTRALIS, they just can't hit a bullet onto Nerds. 3 kills deep. Anyone else? Nerds welcomes it. Let's do it. Yabi says okay.
He's got plenty of time, and now he's got the bomb, but still we need to get into one of these 2 sides. So how confident are you, G2? How much do you want to overstep the mark? These type of setups, you just want to play for information so you can rejig, right? As soon as you know exactly where he is, you're able to play off of your teammates, box him in. and secure what should be the 8th round. With his up-down setup, feels impossible to break, right? He's going to worry about Coffin's backside.
Yeah, even the smoke won't save him with that boost. Impending doom for Yabi. Mattis makes it so. Sharp shots out of Nerds there. Really enjoyed that. We can spin that one back on the replay.
I was worried for Heavygod in that moment, right? Because sure, he has the information, but Ryu's still going to come in prepared for a fight, just not up this close. And Heavygod, if you feel like you just missed your timing and then you start to flub your lines, it can fall apart, but this one converted upon for Nerds. Remember that double kill he had top banana, which they were unable to make good on. No bomb going down. Astralis, this is going to be weaker looking force fight than you would have hoped for. And on the first half, G2 converted theirs. Tech9s, Deagles.
Yeah, they set the bar high.
Sentry. Looks like they want to give it over. You're worried at this point if they're up behind that half-wall smoke that they're setting up for one of those pop plays, and you could get caught out of position in the open. On the other side of the map, they play for info. So helping, I suppose, reinforce the worry over towards B by noting it's not an apps pop, but it could still be through mid. Hunter playing a block. Info playing very passive on long side over towards Arch. And that's all a fake. They're going to try and play through this long smoke.
Yeah, Wrinkle ready.
No.
MP7 feasts.
Liberais, boys.
Two down, rather casual.
And they just have to run in.
And that's exactly what they'll do. Mattis is going to just push
Are flash Mattis.
The job Nerds has started here. Charges in. Good shot. Wow, good tracking. Single bullet to the dome. Even if that name really leaves a mark, Hooksy just gets the code punch, but his chances of a 1v4 on 13 HP are close to 0. They'll group up, ensuring that trade potential, using that low HP Nerds to draw crosshairs. Will weather the storm of the Astralis force.
The kill there on the SMG from Hooksy does make things a little bit more interesting, because if he wants to try and keep financial pressure on, he could drop an AK right now.
3 în viață, au plantat bomba, a făcut niște fraguri, posibil să încerce din nou în bai cu gălile.
If he wants to drop an AK and give it over to... He has dropped an AK. I would imagine it ends up with Stare. He's your map control player, right? He's the guy who's going to be in the thick of it around all of these smokes. So Hero AK, some light upgrades. Oh, is it light? And it has worked out in the wash. 2,900 into the next. So how much damage can you do? Action on Stare. You need to find some output. This is not your round to win, but one where you can definitely keep the pressure on G2. Wrinkle's AWP sounding off early. That's going to limit a lot of your options.
Nuts is going to go for this jump spot. If he dared do it again, yeah, gets his info safely. Risk averse. And then on the reaggress, looks like they want to go for this. Not playing scared whatsoever. Stare. In hot pursuit. 2 on his
Wow, ce timing a prins tire aici.
Mattis punching monitors. He can't handle
Salvează
that.
direct G2.
A single rifle, they weren't anticipating it.
You're not risking an AWP on a retake in a round like this, right? This is where the finances can get out of control. You need
to
just,
right,
we got unlucky, we picked a bad timing. Stare is
absolutely
right there, and you have to concede this.
Wow.
So another one of these rounds for Astralis in Inferno that it's not the full gun rounds, it's the lighter investments. And
that MP9 frag seemed like nothing, and it's transpired into one
fragul ăla cu MP9 a fost cel mai important. Plantul numărul 1 ca importanță după kill-ul ăla extra a fost perfect, pentru că a pus să-i dea AK, să facă o rundă cu Hero AK și după care avea bani oricum următoarea rundă.
Has a little bit of a timing available here. Bomb goes off. Noisy on this pursuit.
Mă rog, runda viitoare contează foarte mult. Că dacă o câștigă G2.
2-4s, the AK carried across, and now the buys to complement exactly that. It's the other side of the server where the questions are. Look at this. Just absolutely no idea. Right, there was still some level of awareness here, but they're just assuming they haven't piled up close. You can't be making assumptions like this. Lefty Lucy as we get 3 rounds the difference
Asta din
now.
ce col le dă Neo? Are vreun col bun?
You start to You stabilize some of these personalities on G2, especially if you can make it consecutive. So Wrinkle with the AWP, you want to take a look at his spawn. Is it good for mid, right? Does he have a good banana spawn? Are we going to extinguish? Look for a fight. I can tell you it's middle of the pack.
E runda să strice economia. Și să se apropie de G2. Ba chiar să egaleze.
He's set to move for you. He does get emotional, he just doesn't show it.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. Which is, you know, stoicism in a captain can prove very valuable.
It's interesting when you contrast Hooksy to Hunter.
Yeah, true.
See when he's heart on his sleeve. Once upon a time, very negative about himself, but gonna rebuild this Astralis.
He's got good pieces around him. He put Stair to good use in the previous.
Rosie trying his best Zywa impression.
Oh, an opportunity. Just the pointy elbow of Nertz on his jiggles. Doesn't manage to quite connect the bullet.
And a similar setup right now that we saw in that first half. Wrinkle doing his best Fozy impression alongside of Heavy God.
Yeah, a tempered approach from Yabi as well. He's not rushing his opponent's control. He's doing it alone as well.
Nertz is going to be calling his own shots here in Banana. There's an Incendiary landing half wall. A flashover as well. And well, he catches the nade. Does he feel that he can get out of there?
I think they're going to clear him out. Ooh, Heavy got onto Yabi.
Not expecting that was Yabi.
The bailout smoke's great from Mattis, and oh, it's all falling into place. Everything collapses for Astralis. Even better from Wrinkle. Finds Fozy 4 and 10.
Dacă ăsta a fost golul ăla strong. După ce câștige o rundă de asta crazy. Îmi pare că a fost foarte inspirat.
Very quick to rectify and in a dominant fashion as well.
I think fortunately for Astralis, right, winning that lighter buy round does leave you with extra cash on 3 of your 5 members. It's Yabi and Stair who are the ones that are lacking. But double digits now for G2.
Rea runda.
Maybe it was just a blip on the radar.
Ala bătea meci, da, ne-am spart palmii. Bine, n-am mai jucat nici Counter o săptămână până la meci. Am fost paletă după săptămână de pauză, dar nici nu ne-au dat prea multe șanse, ne-au dominat total. Vedem în seara asta, trebuie să ne luăm revanșa, jucăm versus niște turci. Dar din câte am înțeles, play-off-ul e asigurat. Cam asta era goal-ul momentan. Play-off-ul, după care meci cu meci. Mamă, ce puțin damage au dat ăștia cu nade-urile.
I thought there he was going to get caught, but aware of his timings, now the Orb's going to search. If he can post up and look towards Moto, he might be able to catch a player in transition. So this is Fozy hoping to catch Hunter. Denied by the smoke, and he'll have to go fishing elsewhere now.
What's this standoff on Banana? They're next to each other. Yeah, Stair completely unprepared for Nertz to be burrowed into that smoke towards logs.
And no ability to react right now for Astralis.
Easy. I thought it was easy. Wrinkle has the angle held. Fozy peeks in and finds his counterpart down. Still not looking good for Astralis.
Încă în avantaj Astralis. Încă în avantaj G2.
The bomb's still loose. They've got 50 seconds.
Dar G2 ești așa un pic mai ok cu rotațiile decât au jucat Astralis pe CT.
That's why Fozy probably is considering a save of some variety, but you need to start posting rounds on the board.
Le dai 11 și după mai încerci să ai un tihal fără greșeli. Dar nu prea ai ce face să dați 2 versus 4. Un sniper cu 30 viață.
It's important with a player like Nertz that he does have a good read on the game, right? He needs to be finding
și
these
dacă găsește un kill gratis, Fozy îi bagă în meci. Gata.
He hits his stride, be plugged into the mainframe, have a good idea of what you're thinking.
But that's why he's so volatile, right? Because you make those plays, you need to continue to do so. And if you're really just having one of those games where timing is against you, you can get nothing done. It will be the save. They retain an AWP, they retain an M4, they give them something around the 2400 loss, but sailing away with this one, G2 now.
Da, nu prea arată ok pentru Astralis. Deci au câștigat o rundă la Hero AK, a prins cel mai bun timing posibil. Stair în rest. Nu prea au făcut nimic.
You know, I don't blame Stair for not overlooking that possibility. Nertz playing it cheeky. Little smile on his face as they are just 2 rounds away from the quarters.
We'll find out their opponent later today. We've got Furia versus Aurora coming up next on the mainstream. Foot versus Magic raging on, and then, well, they'll be playing the winner of the Gamer Legion Mouse game. So concluding the upper half of this bracket, and this is where you feel an opportunity for any of the teams on this side of the bracket for a deep run here at EWC 2026. The big names, your Falcons, your Vitalities, your Spirits, your Na'Vis, they're all in the lower half. Sure, Furia are here. Mouse as well, just off of that bounty win. There's no doubt which side of this bracket is easier as Wrinkle posts up aggressively again. External time up. Allows him to backpedal before Yabi can get there. Someone might go out with a whimper for ASTRALIS. Can Frozy catch anything on the jump?
They're just clinging on, aren't they?
M-au joc la 8 jumate.
Leg shot.
Hai că următoarea serie de meciuri, după ce este la 30 de minute, după 30 sau 45 de minute, după ce este
Used a lot of utility to get that control. You are going to need a rotation. Hunter silently cheating over. He knows he can be hurt from top banana if he runs.
You don't see this boost all too often, but once a half, it can be overlooked. Stare, how's your clears? And Ryu, can you trade? Okay, info drops off. Oh, and then Mattis onto Ryu. They've done well. Frozy and Yabi, though, with Hunter now arriving just in the nick of time. Oh, Hoopsy's in trouble. They're so low, 29 HP. Going for that double dip off the flash. He's got Yabi booked, and it's easy for Hunter. Out with a whimper indeed, Chad, because 12 on the board for G2.
Well, good opportunity for Hunter to maybe throw some words back at the fence the other way after that clutch early in the first half of play. Looks like we could be ending with 3 maps in this series being 13-6. Ancient made it seem like ASTRALIS are not to be overlooked. Dust 2, real thorn in their side. Another map added to that loss streak.
I knew it's gonna happen.
6-24 for the year now. It is just a clear weakness in their map
La
pool.
Spirit, adică Magic.
You can afford to when you get to these later stages in tournaments. They will find that weakness and exploit it.
Especially when some of the best teams in the world are great on Dust 2. Your Vitalities, your Spirits, right, your Falcons. Those are the top 3 big dogs. All very, very good Dust 2 teams. But Inferno's where this one feels like it's going to fall apart for Neo. One more round, 5 more kills. That's all Hunter and the boys need.
Yeah, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. For ASTRALIS now, an uphill struggle on Galils to defend their honor. 6 straight rounds. Asking an awful lot.
Wrinkle's got a good spawn for mid right now. Let's see how aggressive this man wants to be.
He's definitely playing it his way. Likes to go for these aggressive lines. And just on the edge of that smoke, he's actually going to poke his nose forward. Knows there's no rival AWP, or can expect so.
Nu Constantin, am spus de Magic echipa, nu Magic.
This fight is to and fro for
care joacă acum versus celălalt meci din seria asta.
They have their space. Retake util onto the half wall. Wrinkle wants to take this fight head on, and he's actually going to go for a sweep. There's only one man here trying to hold these rotates. It's passive from Yabi. Anticipates this clear. Ooh, Wrinkle doesn't pull the trigger, and Yabi can run him down. That's going to lead to some rotations. Look at this, though. Borrowing into the smoke. They're right next to each other. A freebie for Stare. Oh, and he gets a second. Bomb was committing a. That's Heavy God's domain.
Cam agresiv runda asta, G2. Ok, 3 la B. Ok, sunt 3 la B, acolo trebuie să facă play-ul, dar Wrinkle un pic cam agresiv aici, singur pe mid.
Have to know this is a possibility. They're just trying to deal with the rotation of Heavy God. Surely they know Hunter could have slipped into Ruins.
Safe Wrinkle, să-i lasă pe ăștia la B să-și facă timing-urile ei. Să închidă meciul.
Yeah, just exposed. Thanks for the denial. Oh, that's a quick trade out of Stare. Fair play. He's had another one of these rounds where he just gives ASTRALIS the round they so desperately need.
That can get very out of control.
I
think
Hooksy's
probably the safety net they're coming through CT. Hunter unlikely to expect that, but Stare was very low after the kerfuffle in Banana, so the fact he's able to get one more.
It does feel like it's unrealistic to ask him to keep doing that. I mean, the 2 rounds they have on now on this T side are thanks to Stare's output on B.
But that's one where we asked to, point out pressure points for these teams. It is about key players making moves, right?
Yes.
Nerds on the CT side, the same for Stare now on the T side, and it's about how do they interact, how well do they read each other, as Heavy God is going to be Hunter. They want to take this away, and they will. AK denied. This is a very difficult comeback. Hooksy trying to keep the energy there. Third and final tactical timeout called from Saw. They won't have any issues in the buy. Hunter before investing.
Le pune tac acum să zice, boys, hai să închidem meciul, nu mai trolați. E important. Închidem meciul acum, că după poate plecă choke.
I'll keep him in it for now. We need to win this one, and then we can talk about a G2 eco.
Asta puteam să fac și eu la NK. Dacă se mai ținea. Acum trebuie să aștept un an până la următorul NK.
Keep the mental in check. It's all right, boys. We've still got a big lead right now. Let's just stay locked in. We'll find out with the opening there. I'm going to start 3 over towards B. It's not the AWP. It's going to be Hunter joining this and setting up Nerds and Matters for some banana aggression. Big nade.
Connection. What wrinkle! His aggressive AWPing has finally paid dividends on that boiler room.
Bomb down T stairs.
Bun molo ăla.
Yeah, and they're all doing the dance now in the smoke. It's panic stations for ASTRALIS. Is there?
Pa! Ce faceți, Astralis? A trebuit să se întâmple asta, să se închidă meciul. Băi, i-a prins pe toți în linie, mă, nu se poate. Ok, au câștigat runda cu 1 damage luat. Egal.
ASTRALIS just skittles.
Da, de ce gâjiri, nerds?
And they look to Yabi, head in hands, watching as their chances of seeing those quarterfinals dwindle. No chance to push this one into the AWP. New boy Wrinkle misses his shot, but it's Hunter to close it down. A convincing series from G2. 13-7 to close it out. The quarters are theirs. And a win at a tier 1 event as well in
Vreau să-i prind și eu așa prin smoke, fugind, să apăs un încărcător 10 gloanțe să omor 3 în linie. Am văzut, nu știu dacă ați văzut mai devreme. Fuzi, fiind tuns așa scurt de tot, am văzut că are și el dungi de la căști pe cap. La fel am și eu, am o dungă aici, la cât am ținut căștile pe cap. Cred că o problemă comună asta, ha?
ASTRALIS steamrolled and eliminated here at EWC.
Key takeaways is Nerds' performance on that third map as well. What an asset he is to the squad. You've got some real hard hitters on G2 and you've got the calm presence of Hunter, who's also fragging up a storm.
Mai sunt câteva runde la celălalt meci. Hai să ne mai uităm la celelalte runde, ne uităm la ratinguri, după care astăzi terminăm și ne vedem mâine la Navi. O să merg la meci la ESEA. Să vedem ce am învățat astăzi și să aplic.
But not out. He's going to force a save on the side of foot. Push forward to 6. Then when the guns come back out, you have a real conversation. Only a 4-round difference.
Good kills. Again with kind of working with what they got. A 5-round difference, making it look at 4. Just Glocks and a Deagle on Kerbeni, who's still 2 flat 18 and 9. And we're only on the 16th round. Yet to really get it going. A nice mid stack coming out.
Mă așteptam cât de cât.
They can find one, but it's Moon
Că
MP9.
pleacă cu prima șansă pe Mirage.
You don't want to have to contest with when you have no armor.
Also all about the
Să
swing.
vedem că poate m-am înșelat și fac ăștia marele comeback magic de la
He comes out, tries to soften up the opponents a little bit, doesn't do much of anything. Moon walks straight back up. He's one hit out. SMG only able to clean up one. It could get a bit awkward. Moon converts another one for his team. Fade 8 line, wait.
Oh, pick up.
A gross round, but one that Moon is still... Excuse me, Magic is still in.
Jugs-lor pe ăsta, na? La Glock?
And Jugs. A Glock on the A-bomb site. No low HP player to try to shoot at. Position known. That's all she wrote. So Magic do what they have to do. They won the rounds that they need to, but still, not a lot of wiggle room to work with. You know, not necessarily a flawless game that needs to be had, but very few mistakes can be made from this point onward when Foot take the rifles back out.
This is still a very dangerous Foot squad that I don't think should stumble into this run. Maybe they'll be a little more concerned. It finally seems like Magic is answering back, especially now that Moon has an op, and we've seen him instrumental with the big green thus far. But he really needs to position to capitalize, and Mousepad in a great position to find two. Maybe a 30th breakthrough, and he does. 3 T's down, and it is now a 5-4-2 in this Magic squad. They were silent. They were quiet a little bit, but they're not out just yet.
Definitely not.
Probabil s-au bazat că o să fie bătaie pe Pot. Play-ul ăsta e bun. Play-ul ăsta e bun versus rundă în care counterii se strâng în mid să se bată. Că de obicei lasă B-ul liber și cei doi jucători din B se duc, se rotesc în short și în B vine sniperul, cel mai probabil. Din bucătărie. Pe chestia asta probabil s-au bazat și Pot. În orice altă situație în care cineva chiar ținea smoke-ul ăla din casă B, pierdeau runda. Cum se și întâmplă. Mai ales că de obicei pe la B pe acolo nu dai smoke instant din prima. De obicei dai smoke în B ca să faci un play în altă parte. Cam asta e telul.
Give or take $3,000 on most of these players, so it is still a dangerous round that maybe you do have to. We haven't seen either team really, you know, 5-man push with something thus far. It's been a very drawn-out kind of map.
Two push towards the smoke. Unconnected. 3 smokes, fade 8. Spots a bit. Takes one body. Only enough for 1. Still 2 on the backside of it. Germany catches a stray, and Nexus Demon brought down so low. Doesn't even know he's there. And 2 players
Vreau
left.
să-i văd pe Foot cu stilul lor de
the top of
pass
ramp.
mid-take
Moon missed the
și
shot.
popuri în AB.
But it's all right.
Zici 8.
It's still easy cleanup. And definitely a lot of emotion starting to come out of the side of Magic.
Acum se acumulează ciocul pentru Foot.
Definitely got to start
Magic.
sweating a little bit, you know.
Prin curaj.
You do have the buy coming out. You're
Din ce în
not
ce
going
mai
to have an
aproape.
op. Or excuse me, you will have an op.
Toată presiunea trece pe
After a
Foot.
bit of shuffling of the economy.
Mai ales dacă pierd următoarea rundă.
You're on max loss bonus, so that on the T side means you could justify a buy, you know, 90% of the time, if not every single percent of the time. It's just a matter of the momentum and, you know, the heat that's starting to get under Magic. They started to find their flame. Foot need to extinguish that. At the end of the day, that's the most important part. Foot need to try to take the mentality of Magic in this current moment out of it. Crush them.
I don't think they can. I mean, even if they get 1 round, it needs to be multiple. I mean, take a look at that CT side economy. 7.5, 8K, 7K, 7.3, 7.2. There is too much money to slow down now. Granted, there's still plenty of CS left to be played. This could still go OT, it could still go a billion different ways, but it's not going to come down to just a single one just yet. It's going to be a step in the right direction if you're Foot, but it could also be a step for Magic to close this gap and really take this one out from under them.
They decided not to go with the op. Instead, they decided to
arăta
go fast towards
molotovul.
A. Utility
Poți să-i coste molotovul ăla. Că nu-l mișcă pe Moon din poziție. Avea prea mult pe lângă el.
Try to get that bomb down early on. That's exactly what happens.
4 versus 3. Faci Crabeni din mid.
2 of the players for Magic on a close rotate. Another one.
Whoop!
Crabeni. I think Mousepad spotted him out. But they have to make headway into the site. They have to try to get this retake going. Bomb continues to tick. Push continues to come in. As soon as Mousepad dies, that should be the sign to fall back. Tenzi not going to be able to keep himself alive. Just Fade 8. All the way back. And that's quite a happy Foot fan club.
Well, again, it's going to take more than that to take Magic out of this. The money still flowing. And even past this bye, we still have most players around 3K. So they're safe for another round. Obviously, you don't want to give up another. That's going to give Foot that match point. 11-8, back down to a 3-round lead here for this T side as things are starting to flip around. Things were looking very dominant for this Foot squad, and then it tapered off drastically. Somehow, some way, Magic found a way into it. An open door, into the round, into the match even, and they still have something left in them, and I don't think it's going to go out quietly.
On the bright side for Magic, I mean, the economy is so good that no matter what happens in round 20, you're going to have a bye within round 21. So whether it's you being victorious and trying to push further, or if it's you losing and having your back against the wall, you will at least have money to work with. It's just a matter of how they try to make Foot falter. In this time, and having only one station towards A with a full hit coming in, might not be the right play. Straight through the box, 2 kills fall.
Momentan, același deznodământ. 4 versus 3 cu spațiul luat.
AW, Molotov, back towards default. Instead, his teammates stuck in a Molotov of his own.
4 la 2.
Symmetry takes the player advantage. AW tries to push up. Can't do anything, completely locked out. Mousepad creeps towards NCT. Tries to get an angle.
Se salvează așa. 12-8.
But it's just not to be found. And they're choosing to save.
Asta vreau să văd. Play-uri rapide pentru Foot. Asta le merg lor.
Relying on a lot of confidence for the next round to follow, but either way, that's Foot putting themselves on map and series point here on Mirage, map 3. The final chance for Magic to battle back. As Foot stares that quarterfinal straight in the face.
Well, speaking of quarterfinals, G2 beat out ASTRALIS 2-1, closing map 3 out in a pretty strong fashion, 13-7 on Inferno.
So
they are going to be the first ones to proceed forward, and now we're looking down the barrel of closing this one out, Donnie.
Fără greșeală aici.
It's the final chance. It's the final opportunity for Magic to prove themselves that they can make a fight into it.
Iarăși fast play, fast play mid.
Here opens up with a headshot.
5 versus 4.
So much utility in through mid.
Haos puțin în mid.
Set ablaze, Fade 8.
Oh, spate, spate.
No one spots each other.
Dreapta, Crabenic, dreapta, Crabenic, dreapta.
Should be seen. That's exactly what happens. Fade 8 gets a shot in the back. 4-on-4. Still with the Oppa Moon in play for the CTs. That's been the most reliant thing this game so far. Foot reposition into mid.
Vreau să se ducă fast în A. Craca Molotovul ăsta. Surprinde aici Juke. Ok, îl știu și pe Fade în jungla.
It's free range for these T's. Fade 8 will get smoked off. Mousepad from the back doesn't shoot, and he's the only one left.
1 versus
His
3.
position unknown, but up train on in.
Se toarnă la cimitir. Ce timing!
Drops down. A chance to fight still. Full
HP. Demon în viață. Nicio emoție. Zero emoții cu Demon în viață.
Jumping around a conductor. The M4 has to connect both these T's with full HP. The nade fully gives the position up. The pressure mounts. With every
double
second,
kill! Cât de close! Cât de close! Hai că până la urmă au câștigat favoritele, Foot și G2, da? 2-1-2-1, dar favoriții s-au dus mai departe.
The Foot comes down and so Foot will survive.
Cine a fost pe aici? Nu s-a postat Hai să vedem la G2 cine a spart. Nerds. Wrinkle. Wrinkle 1.31. 42-29. Hunter 50-33. Cele mai multe bobițe pentru Hunter. Heavy God 1.14. Nerds 1.02. Nu prea a fost Nerds. Cu Inferno i-a spart rău Nerds. Smoke Criminal. Matis e pe spate. Thank you for carry, boys. Peste 2 zile vă iau eu în spate, stați liniștiți. La Astralis sau că am fost toți acolo. Bă, ca o echipă. 30 plus toată lumea. Stacați așa la kill-uri, ca o echipă. Dar Astralis au greșit destul de mult pe DAS2, că n-au venit cu nicio soluție la endurile alea în B, split B. Split B, Rush B, Contact B. L-au abuzat pe Rio. După pe Inferno au luat la Force G2. Poate ar fi arătat un pic diferit meciul și ar fi fost mai close dacă nu pierdeau Force Bio. Bun, boys, ne oprim aici astăzi. Revenim mâine la ora 2 cu Navi. Viva Mihăiță. Am meci la ESEA și nu mai stau la seria următoare de meciuri. Poate mai revin după ESEA cu niște face-it, da? Am chef să mă joc. Nu m-am jucat mult în ultima perioadă și trebuie să recuperez. Un pic derby aici, Furia Aurora, dar cred că o să câștige Furia. Cred că o să avem tot așa un 2-1 Furia. Gamer Legion. Hai, ca să fie o zi interesantă, tot un 2-1 ar merge și aici. 2-1, dar să câștige favoritele. Cam astea cred că sunt favoritele. Mâine avem Navi 2-0 lejer, fără emoții. Falcons Mongols, cred că și aici să fie tot 2-0 fără emoții. Face Vitality, cred că îi bat, adică nu cred, sunt sigur că îi bat Vitality, dar putem să avem un 2-1. Au arătat bine și ori noi în Phase, sincer. Bait Spirit, n-au arătat bine deloc Spirit turneul ăsta, deloc, dar cred că în playoff se activează. Cred că în playoff se activează și o să vedem noua fața lui Spirit, ăia de locul 1 VRS. Bun, boys, posibil să ne auzim un pic mai pe seară după ESEA. Dacă urmăriți meciurile în continuare, luați-vă popcorn și să aveți parte de niște meciuri foarte interesante și poate ne auzim mai târziu cu niște face-it. Vă pup! Ciao!